Previously on ESL 1 Birmingham.
What a dream way to begin the day.
And now, we continue. Get ready for the Birmingham Brawl.
It's time! There is no place like home. Universe goes down. Look at the swing. Asher coming in with the combo. GG is gone.
ESL 1 Birmingham 2019.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steele in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This arena is about ready to explode. Welcome to ESL 1. Let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Grabbing up the epicenter comes in. Oh, it's a big one as well. Look at this damage. The BKB, the Black are ready to go. GG.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steele in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
Absolutely stunning! They are the champions!
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
Hey folks, welcome back to another day of ESL 1 Mumbai SEA qualifier action. That's right, we are here with day 3, final day of SEA qualifiers to see who gets to go to Mumbai. It's down to 2 teams and we need a victor between the sides of 496 and TNC Predators. Of course, me, Killer Pigeon, back, and with me, my compadre, my brother-in-arms, always there on the front lines. I mean, that is Lizard, of course.
Hello.
A bit more excitement in it, Liz. Like, hello!
Hello! Hello!
There we go. That lets them know you're awake, you're happy, you're buzzed. Because we've got a best of 5 that is technically a semi-best of 5 because there's already a 1-game advantage for TNC.
Well, I'm hyped, but look at this draft, man, already. Like, they... Alright, this spices it up a little bit. This is better. I like this. Because, dude... You pick Lich and Batrider, you didn't ban Oracle. Like that hero purges all of you. Like purges the sticky napalm, purges your shield, purges the ulti from Batrider with his ultimate. Like, oh, like what are you thinking, 496 Gaming? However, with this Night Stalker, maybe they're gonna be able to pressure the Ember super early on, so that might be good for them. That hero I like. Slark I don't like. Slark, like, what do you think about Slark, Pigeon? Like. Every 10 games I see Slark win. Like, he just loses. Buys that Midas. Like, 1 out of 10 games does he do something good with it.
I think he's the crappier fish. I'd rather have a Slardar on most of these lineups, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
I think it's also the pace that he needs to play at. Like, there's no... It doesn't feel like there's a backup plan, right? That's why people go for the Midas, to try and cover their ass. But if you're up against a lineup like TNC's, it comes online much quicker than yours.
It makes no sense. Slark is a hero that's supposed to be hunting you down instantly after the laning stage, and he should be feeding on your supports, just, you know, like pouncing on them and killing them off while the carries are doing something else. Slark right now, like, you buy a Midas on him, and by the time you have items, you already cannot be that force to be reckoned with. And like, the thing is, like, Slark, he benefits from those permanent stacks now, and to get those permanent stacks you actually have to be fighting early on, and if you buy a Midas you aren't fighting early on. I want to see people actually not going for Midas. I want them to just, I don't know what, I haven't figured it out. I'm not really a super good Slark player, but I want them to be picking up some early game items so that you can jump in, fight, get out early on, and yeah.
You maybe see some feasibility around running him in the mid lane in the future. I'm just thinking from like what you want to do as a POS 1 versus POS 2 perspective, right? Like the POS 2 has more
running
flex.
him mid lane sounds just as bad because he's gonna get crushed by a lot of heroes.
And what's his base armor? I think it's like 3.5. Might not be high enough. It's awkward though, right? Because he does fit the role of a mid laner more than a carry, in that he, as you said, he wants to just go aggressive, go kill people. Whereas when you're the POS 1, you're expected to take the time out to just keep farming.
Alright, Dragonite, last pick. That's kind of alright for Slark. You can get a lot of shifts from him. You can hit him.
There you go. There's your mid matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not great 1-1-1, but it is possible. And alright, who's their offlaner now? Is Magnus gonna be 4, or is Magnus gonna be offlane? Or is Phoenix gonna be offlane, or is Phoenix gonna be 4, I wonder? What do they like more? And this Dragonite, by the way, is this gonna be Dragonite on a side lane, or is it gonna be Ember Spirit on a side lane? I wonder. Or is this Dragonite gonna be position 3?
Too many layers. There's too many layers.
So TNC, bruh.
They're smart. They've just covered themselves, right? There's not many choices for 496 that could deal with both of these picks.
Yeah, there is. Like, you
like
pick anything that destroys melee heroes. Like Monkey, they've banned out the Razor, so they can't. But if you pick Monkey on the side of 496, like, yeah, you're good in the laning stage, but what after? Like, look at you. You need to run them down with this Night Stalker somehow. There's absolutely nothing else you can do.
Well, you said you wanted them to get aggressive with the Slark. If you get the Monkey King, at least 496 have a very clear mission goal, right? Go hard, go fast.
Look at the team fight of TNC Predator, and look at the sheer control from TNC Predator and tower push, objective pushing. Their lineup is completely rounded up. On the side of 496, you have no push power in between these four heroes right now. You have literally no saves in between these four heroes. You have catch with Batrider, but he can be countered by Oracle. The only trump card on this 496's gaming is this Night Stalker that I see. Like, he can be the guy that makes their draft tick. Like, if he gets a good head start, if he starts running across the map, like with that AoE silence, he can do.
Okay.
What? You were
There's...
right. This is a Slark mid or some stuff, I swear.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, this is kind of a 4 protect 1 create a space. Maybe it works. I think I agree on the Night Stalker pick, although I do see one big problem. Like, you're putting a lot of pressure on him. Who does he go after? He needs to go after Oracle, but he needs to go after Phoenix. Because if a Phoenix gets an egg off in a fight, right, that overwrites everything. That sets daytime regardless. So any big boons you were getting out that Night Stalker nighttime is lost in the middle of a fight. This is going to be interesting for 496. They are definitely going to be on the clock to do something in that early mid game, right?
Yeah. I don't know, though. Honestly, I still feel like TNC, even late game, are fine. But yeah, if you're playing versus Lark and Anti-Mage and you don't crush them in the laning stage, there's something wrong. You're not doing something right. So
I think I can appreciate what 496 was going that final pick, because I think if they went with another fighting, like, hard fighter, right, they put themselves in a scenario where TNC goes and says, okay, 50% of the time, 496 are useless because they'll be so reliant on the Night Stalker. So I can kind of understand the thought process maybe, but at the same time, this does leave you pretty susceptible. As you said, these lanes should be pretty weak.
Their lanes aren't looking great. Yeah, I have to admit. Like, Batrider, as long as he's laning versus EU, should be crushed. That means EU needs to find him. He needs to find Yassi. And the other lanes, however, I'm not so certain. Like, you're gonna have the red Night Stalker on the offlane versus who? Versus Gabi, most likely, as Armel picked up that Dragon Knight. So maybe that Night Stalker might have a decent time.
Possibly, but if you stick Tim's up against Red on that Night Stalker, I mean, that hero already attacks incredibly slow. You're never going to punch someone if you get hit by the spirits, right? It's going to be tricky. I think the optimal matchup is to get the Phoenix up against the Night Stalker, and then to get the Oracle up against the Batrider if you're TNC, right?
Yeah, I mean, Oracle versus Lich works really well too, because you can purge his armor off. So Oracle, if you were TNC, you would like to have 2 Oracles right now, 1 for each lane. Just purge Lich, purge Bat, easy.
Okay, yeah. So what you're saying is we just...
He needs a clone. He needs the Dark Ward.
we just need Morphling mode.
Can't hear you. Oh, that's very nice.
The pause coming out. Start. There's a little bit of a fire theme going on for TNC.
Wait, I forgot. Is Cuckoo always playing their offlane, or is it Tim's?
Cuckoo is always playing offlane. Tim's is always playing in the 4-5.
We watched them so many times, like in the last week, and I still...
This doesn't clock. You know what? You're just not used to seeing Cuckoo back in the TNC lineup. That's what it is.
I woke up, guys, and I'm having problems. That's it. It's by the way, the weather here is amazing. I just have to say, like, I've been living in darkness for the last 2 months. Finally, I see some sunlight. I'm feeling good.
Oh, that's good to hear. I mean, you were seeming a bit weird when you got on the call. You started speaking to me in Russian.
I mean, I need time to adjust. To adapt.
Yeah, you've been reading too much of the Casper drama, right?
And what's happening with Night Stalker? Is he gonna bring us darkness this game, or is he gonna just be one of those Night Stalker that gets crushed in the laning stage and then does nothing? I wonder. Like Red's Night Stalker, honestly, this hero, if you give him like a good head start, he can just... I mean, he doesn't have to have an amazing head start. He just needs like boots and I don't know, a bracer. maybe out of the laning stage, that is, and maybe boot stick and something, and then after that 5-minute mark, he can start cruising over the map, getting pickoffs, getting kills with his AoE silence. We'll see though. I like TNC. Are we up? Are we live?
1 sec. We should be live in a moment. My screen's actually not showing correctly. Game capture. Game capture. Hello. Hello. Game capture. Hello. Game capture. The game capture's not working.
Try display capture or some shit. Just get.
Okay,
get
there we go.
up.
It's working now.
This? Right.
Yeah. Apparently, apologies, folks. Apparently, there's something wrong with the restream server. A little bit annoying, but so I'll just let the people in the chat know.
You didn't really miss a lot. AM was a part of a big skirmish on the top lane, but he managed to survive, and now he's getting closer to his Manta, my boys. And you know, when that happens, he's gonna be ready to farm some more and not fight. He's gonna get his basher, I suppose, afterwards, and then fight. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. AM, has been spotted, but they can't really go for him, can they? What are they gonna go for though?
Like, I think the biggest concern is if Red's nearby.
Hello,
right?
Lich. Hello, Seal.
Bye, Seal.
You're never gonna survive.
Oh,
unless you go
we'll blink
a little bit crazy.
45A is hungry for something.
Lich actually looks like Seal a little bit somehow. I don't know why.
What kind of seals do you have in Boston?
We don't have one. Australia has one. I think he's an Aussie, isn't he? Seal? Is he an Aussie? Top lane?
No, they're all,
Zember
they're,
an Aussie.
they're all
Ember's dead.
Vietnamese. And yes, Gabby is most definitely dead. Big kill for that, BB. His biggest contender in this late game scenario. Fight going on the bot lane. Going to move him right now. Seal getting pretty low. Will go down. Frost Shield allows them to chase forward. Red needs to move away though. Supernova goes down. The last two coming out. They want to make sure that BB can end this. The stun is going to be there onto him. Can they get it in time? Yes. Supernova goes pop, and now the RP comes out. Cuckoo a little bit late with it, but finally it's going to be there. They allow themselves to kill the slot. Looking for more. AM's going to be low, but not low enough to kill him off. He stays alive. He'll get out. Armel fighting up against Free though. They're pummeling into him. Since the gate locked him on the spot, he can't move away from this, and he knows it. He's just trying for a kill on the Seal, and he will get it. For going to his early grave himself.
I mean, overall, this is a massive fight for 4-9. Yeah, you did buy back the Lich, but that's the only buyback you invested in, and Antimate survives with a sliver of his HP, blinks out, which is amazing for him. If AM died, I think it's kind of evenish, but AM surviving there is just massive for 496. Also, they do have the level 2 egg, but they didn't really use the RP there properly to save it. They were really good about curing people and saving that egg from dying so far, but not in the last fight, and that cost them so much. If that egg survives, the fight is completely different, 100%. And Gabi on the bottom lane should be a bit careful, because there is a Night Stalker lurking about.
But no easy way to reach the problem. It's not like you've got a blink dagger or something. Actually, he's got it queued up. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind seeing a blink, maybe even before the Vlad's
blink
in this
on
game.
Night Stalker is awesome. It's an awesome pickup right now because you have a constant AoE silence after a blink, so it's really good.
There's so many good targets as well, not just the Ember, but the Oracle or the Phoenix. Looks like TNC. What is this move right now? There's no tower down here. They just push for the tier 2. They must be.
Yeah, they can go for the tier 2. I don't think that 496 is gonna respond in any major way, like going to a rush. They don't really have the damage for Roshan. I think they're just satisfied with waiting for their BKBs too. Once those BKBs are up, like they already have one on Night Stalker, another one is gonna be picked up on Slark. They're just gonna look at hitting the attack with BKBs. So as long as RP isn't there, they're gonna be super fine with handling that tag. And after you handle that tag, honestly, you can handle all of them.
Gonna need to. TNC, they are a little bit behind in terms of net worth, but people are keeping relatively even. And it's this Magnus and power. It just allows all of their cores to farm so rapidly. And then there is that question as a matter of that. If you go too late here, does it just favor TNC?
Oh, they jumped the
This
Lich.
kill's gonna. They find Seal first. Easy pick off, and they get the D ward as well.
He needs to go a little bit crazy, Pigeon, you know?
Yeah, a little bit bonkers.
Yeah. I can see that you have no clue what I'm talking about, but he needs to go a bit crazy anyway, for everyone in the chat that understands.
I thought you were
And
going
Oracle,
for maybe Beyonce song for a second there.
Nah.
No? Not Beyonce?
Nah. Not Beyonce, sadly. You can see that they're just covering this Rosh pit right now.
Hey, you? A little bit of trouble. They're trying to cover him in blood and death, but it's his own blood. False promise on himself to keep himself alive. The BKB is activated by 458, so they can't do anything about him. Gonna try and room this. Supernova coming out right now. Now the BKB is being activated. Armel going forward. Stun them on the spot. They should be able to find a Gilbert Red. Does get the BKB off and moves away just in time.
They can turn this. They can go in.
The Skewer's going to come in right on the tap BB, but now Cuckoo has to throw out the RP on just the anti-mage alone. The Sunray through doing a lot of damage, but moving in. Red will silence him up. Phoenix trying to move away, but be pounced on too. The last two coming out in the meantime. Or the Armel locks him in the spot next to the creep wave with the use of the Chain Frost bounce around doing a lot of work. Yacy stays alive, but barely. Buyback does come out with Phoenix trying to move forward. There's a slight fist. We'll get the kill in the Bat Rider. But that will be all they get out of this.
I expected 496 to get much more out of it. They did force a buyback from Phoenix, and honestly, they have a lot of stacks on Slark, a lot of essence shifts, so they can continue fighting if they decide to, but they have no BKBs up, so I guess because of that, they opt not to. Overall, if you are TNC, you need to use that tag in a better way. That was way too passive of a usage and didn't really account to anything, as both the Night Stalker and the Slark got away.
Yeah,
that's Slark's actually on the hunt again. He has his stacks. He wants to use them. You can see it.
It was quite a stretch the way they threw out the egg. I think you're right. It was too passive. The Night Stalker was the only real one close to being corn. He was on the edge.
Yeah.
I guess you could make the argument these big BKB charges are at least being forced out of 496. And they haven't taken too much of the map yet.
Oh, Phoenix.
No, Supernova for 25. He doesn't want to rush.
And he saw him on the uphill. He has that ward. So
Armel will lead the way. He has BKB.
But you can see that this game is anyone's right now. It can go either way. I could even argue that 496 have it easier a bit at the moment. Like, their whole team fight is much easier, as they just have to rely on baiting out that tag and getting out and then resetting. And they can definitely do that, especially during the night. During the day, it's a bit more difficult for Night Stalker, but during the night, they can definitely do it. Anti-Mage with that Vanguard is getting Basher too, so...
Yeah, he's looking for the lockdown. I was going to say, all in all, the way that 496 have been playing has been correct. They've been playing around that nighttime and effectively around Night Stalker. That's what's allowed them to be in this position, right? Like, we kind of highlight this hero. Not many people think about it at the moment because it feels ridiculous with the kind of nerfs, indirect nerfs slash tweaks with the nighttime duration to this hero. But there is a lot of threat potential. I think the reason I like that Midas so much on this type of hero is just how powerful Dark Ascension is if you can get an extra level in it quickly.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And Slark is, look at how deep he is. This guy is stronger than Bear, not afraid of anything.
I mean, who's going to stop him right now?
I'm going to stop with memes from 2000.
Yeah, this is...
this is getting out of control.
Are we just going back to Putin riding bears next? Like, where are we going with this? Let's try some new generation memes here, Liz.
Alright, Phoenix though, and it scared them a bit, but this is an issue though. When you use that dive that way, that dive has actually one of the longest cooldowns on level 1, and it remains 36 seconds. So you can't really dive again. And you can see that they're smoked up. They want to bounce, they want to strike. They know there's no repositioning tools for Phoenix. And if they rotate around them and they jump on someone like a Magnus, it could be massive for them. You need to find the Oracle too, though.
Yeah, that's always the issue. You can't just lasso someone because that false promise.
Yeah, you need to find the Oracle. And you can see the Bat. He's in good position.
But the last fight went so well as they forced out the false promise first of all. Now they're trying to jump in. DK's in. Armel goes to the Golden Seal. They're trying for a backstab behind. They're looking at the Oracle. They're be able to find him. They get Tims in the meantime. Now chasing through. AU does have to use the false promise on himself. Gabby standing his ground. BKB activate. They stun up on the DAP BB. Jab Dance uses to move away. RP drags him back in. Says, where you go, Slark? You die alongside the AM. They try and get him out, but it's too late. That BB goes down. Red with the BKB trying to run away. He cuts across the trees due to the Dark Ascension. Can they pursue this? They can try and move with the Remnant. 4-star forward as well. And the Searing Chains will lock him down. Night Stalker, he knows this is the end for him. And that might be the road for TNC.
Can I just say that I feel very bad for Batrider and 496, because while we were watching what's happening with the AM on Oracle, I was wondering, AM is jumping the Oracle so that the Bat can catch someone, and that makes a lot of sense. That's how you usually play these team fights out. However, Bat wasn't catching anyone. He has travels and drums, and I'm like, Bat, what are you doing? Why aren't you? And then I click on Bat, and I see that he's stuck between trees. He used his Firefly, he got stuck on a cliff. He couldn't get out. He had to travel back to tier 1 mid. That's basically one of the main reasons they lost that fight. Anti-Mage was controlling the Oracle really well, but they had absolutely no control afterwards. That was just... oh, so sad for 496, actually.
A little bit depressing. I mean, I was definitely focused on that because that's the key, right? They had the right move. You get that Oracle to put a false promise on himself.
It's the right move if you have follow-up. But there was no follow-up because the follow-up was stuck behind trees on some cliff.
They're just there like, alright, we got the Oracle to use the ult. Yacy? Yacy? Where are you, Yacy? I'm, be there soon, guys. TP on cooldown. Blink on cooldown. No, that's what you do. You do the sing method. Blink on cooldown. You don't have a blink on cooldown.
Very unfortunate for them, honestly, because I thought that they were taking... I mean, they are the underdogs in this matchup, and...
they were looking good.
They were looking good with this draft of theirs, and now it's a bit harder for them. I think they're still looking alright, though. Oh, Lich barely survives. Ember was afraid. He knows that if it takes him a bit too much time to kill him, there's a threat of Bat, a threat of Night Stalker, so he opts not to go.
And he just regroups with his team in the bot lane. They're pushing again. They have all their big armors on the side TNC.
They have an AC, this Dragonite with Empower, and the items that he has, he's massive. He hits so hard.
Pretty spooky. They're not going to rush towards the high ground, though. Want to try and poke and prod. Maybe go top, push that out, take the tier 2, and then you have access to the entirety of 496's base if they make one mistake.
Yeah, getting a pick off first will definitely be beneficial for them. Pushing high ground. So why is pushing high ground so difficult? Mainly it's because of vision that the enemy team gets. As it's always easier for them to see exactly where you are as you're forcing yourself uphill. And Bat is one of those heroes that benefits the most from vision and info. So going uphill versus Bat has always been difficult. However, this Bat has been caught.
If he's the entrance kill, it's not so difficult. They're going to try and move on now. See if Chain's locked in place. BKB activated. Lasso, Dragon in Armel. He does have a BKB of his own, but he's locked on the spot. The Sinister Gaze. Can try and move away with BKB. There's Supernova going down. That BB goes in, finds a kill. Can they get rid of the egg in time? It's going to be close. The RP just a little bit too late. No, Cuckoo bluffs it in the end. Gabby trying to move away with BKB still active. Armel, though, he won't be so lucky. He's going to be left behind. Cuckoo's been found as well. No skewer, no way out, and a Midas off cooldown. Gabby being pursued. They should be able to see him. That BB wants to get close enough to try for a bash. Gabby has to go across the Remnant. 458 waiting. That should be a cleanup. TNC, only one is alive after this, and that'll be the Oracle. Aegis down.
Oracle isn't alive.
And his head. Yeah, well, that's my point. He's alive now, but it was a complete wipe.
So what happened there? Let me just analyze this fight for you boys a little bit. So basically, the jump on Bat was good, but Oracle wasn't close enough, and because of that, he couldn't reach with his ultimate once DK got ulted, once DK got lassoed. And that's one of the reasons why I love Aetherlance on Oracle so much. If he had Aetherlance there, it's an easiest ulti of his life. But he was just slightly out of position there, slightly far behind the DK. And because of that, they lose that complete fight, even though they had Aegis. And this series are looking even-ish again, at least.
It's looking a little bit rough. There'll be a buyback coming up from Gabby. And, well, he will get in power as soon as Cuckoo's up. I don't know if 496 have to back away per se, though, considering they saw the RP used. They're going to anyway, just to be safe, but I think that could have been condemning for TNC because the RP got used in the way that it did. Because that was after the fact. That was after a point where it would matter that you stun someone, right? Usually we do see teams punish a lot harder when these big ultimates get committed in an inefficient way.
Honestly, having DK so deep in with the lasso, they... Oh, bottom lane.
Oh no, they found Gabby. Out split pushing apparently, and pays the price.
Yeah, he was spotted by that ward that sees the river, and with the Abyssal, it's so easy to catch him and kill him off.
Interesting area to focus. I guess his expectation was that 496 was still playing around the top side of the map, but not the case. They want to come to the bot side where they can get the tier 1, the tier 2. They're pushed in on the mid as well. Double catapult wave. Damage could be done here as well. They have got the big combos, but they know there's no buyback on the Ember is the problem.
They can definitely go. How much can this DK do alone? That's the question.
He's going to try something. Dragon Tail comes out and Slark drags him in. There's the last two, though, trying to drag them across. Silenced up. Phoenix can't do anything. On the back line, going for Oracle as well. They stack them together. False Promise comes out. Will keep Tim's alive for the time being. Throws out the Supernova, but he knows it's too little too late. The RP's way too late from Cuckoo. Comes out finally. Slark down, though. It might be enough. Anti-Mage. He's still stunned up. He can't move away.
Dead.
He's going to go down. It's going to be a double kill for Armel. And the Dragon holds. Cuckoo pursuing for more. Maybe he can find something. He's got the skewer in 5 seconds. They're going to try and turn around.
Here's the dragon, you
trying
fools!
to actually
Here's
help
the dragon!
out. The soaring coming out from Tim's. Not doing too much. Cuckoo just being zoned away. Has the skewer. Will go deep. They look on the seal. They can't quite find him, but that's going to be a triple kill for Armel. And despite how messy everything looked in that base fight, they hold.
Man, they don't respect the dragon, they lose the fight. It's as simple as that. You have to respect Armel's Dragonite. He's level 25, he has plus 1.75 seconds Dragon Tail. If he stuns you with that tail of his, you're not waking up. Like, you're just gonna...
It's a very long slumber.
Yeah, you're gonna be teleported back to your fountain. That's what's gonna happen. So, overall...
You can understand that, right? Like, 496's aggression was warranted because of that egg.
Yeah, that egg baited him in as well. I was thinking, like, when you're playing Phoenix, sometimes you can dive out and use that. Like, he could have waited a second longer. He could have used his dive to dive out a bit further and then use his egg. But he decided not to. He decided to use his egg instantly there. And I was like, alright, is he gonna be able to bait them long enough so that they can turn this fight? And he was. He baited them long enough. They were hitting the egg. He took all the aggression onto himself. It's like a taunt. That egg is like a taunt, honestly.
You're a pseudo axe.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to skirt the line as well. It looked like he may have waited too long the false promise, because I think that egg might have popped by itself due to him dying at the end of the false promise. But it would have been close either way. They didn't want to risk it. As a result, the big armors will be up next time 496 want to fight again, and they got nothing out of that. They chipped away at the towers a little bit. Yes, the tier 3 top is almost down, but you still can't touch those shrines.
It was still a fight in a really bad position for 496. Like, diving that deep in, it's very hard. If they fight somewhere else across the map, they can still take a fight or two. This Phoenix is slowly getting his level 18 as well, so he's gonna have level 3 egg. Oracle with the 120 gold per minute is finding some items. He's gonna have Glimmer Cape, Magnus, BKB, Lincoln soon.
You think this is where
level 22 though?
Do you think this is where the voice of reason comes in? You need someone who's just calm and 496 saying, focus objectives, don't die, because they are out for blood. You can see it by the way they're playing.
I think you have to be out for blood. You can't just go for objectives versus this team. It's so difficult. You need these pickoffs. You need Anti-Mage to jump that Oracle. You need Bat to jump someone else. And then afterwards, you clean up. Because if you try to just go for objectives of TNC, they're going to be ready and waiting. They're going to be positioned properly. And then you're not going to find those openings that you can find somewhere else on the map. So you need to be hunting. And they've smoked up and they're going to hunt.
See if it can net them anything. Roche will respawn in 5 seconds. So 496 definitely need an entrance kill if they want to go do that. Up right now. Who leads in? Yacy does have his Blink Dagger now. Armel with the perfect entrance. They can't afford to be stunned for that long bind. Activate the nighttime and go, but Armel going in with BKB activated is going to stun with Yacy. When do you get a chance to last two? The Supernova goes down as well. Red going to work on the egg, but he needs some help with it. That BB going to move across with the RP comes out. They can't move away. They're stunned on the spot. Red is going to burn up alongside that BB, who will blink away. BKB lasting long enough, but that was not the fight they wanted. They bought back on the Batrider, but he can't even get his gem. He can't even do anything. That 5 second stun causing a lot of pain for the side of 496 right now. Armel playing out of his mind to make sure TNC can have a lead in this game. Question is,
Maybe December. Oh, very quick.
Oh, they won't be able to find him. He moves back just in time.
There's a BKB on Phoenix now too, by the way. A very interesting pickup. I don't really see BKBs on Phoenixes that often, unless it's for...
Oh, they're getting on Mel here. He doesn't have his BKB for 10 seconds. Sistergaze will lock him in. Lassie drags him even deeper. And Dragon Knight's going to be left behind. They can't do anything to help him.
I'm sorry, sir, but what was that? Oracle was in the base. Ember was in their base. Why does he go uphill like that?
It's a very confusing matter.
They're chasing for more.
They're going to find it. Tim's protected, though. The false promise comes out to ensure he can move away quickly. The gem does reveal him from... Or does it? They haven't actually picked up another gem. They're still hoping they can get that one back from Tim's. But they're in Roche, as you say. And there's no point buying back because there's no RP for 40. You can't stop this happening.
You have... Yeah. Elder Dragon form in 15 seconds. And you can't stop it, indeed. So they're gonna have to fight versus Aegis and Cheese next fight. That there by Dragonite, I don't know what the hell that was. That's not really great.
Maybe he thought it was on Radiant side and he was just going to farm his ancient. I honestly, I agree. I don't see the logic in that move. I mean, guess you want to see the pit. But...
Especially considering Roche is about to spawn, you know.
Very odd choice as a result. Side 496 pick themselves up in Aegis. Animage has 2 lives to work with. He's getting pretty scary at this point. Still has those BKB charges pretty high up. Only using 1 so far. They go in. BK up in 25 seconds. They're trying to delay this. They might have to just give over a set of racks. Oh, jump in though. Going on Tim's. BKB comes out. False promise as well. Maybe used a little bit preemptively. But 2 reserve maybe. Abyssal now coming out. Going on to Cuckoo. Trying to burn through him quickly. Mana Void there. And the last 2 as well. They've got him. Magnus can't escape from this. Does have the buyback. Might have to commit it. But
another side.
That should be it. 496 will move out of the base. They can't take the 3rd set. As there's still a tier 2 sitting in the bot lane.
Dragonite is up. And Magnus does have that buyback to work with if they pressure any longer. But man, this game, with that one Dragonite, that honestly just went out of control of TNC again. TNC are making it much harder on themselves this match. Like they do some brilliant stuff, and then they just go full YOLO, full crazy mode, and throw it away a bit.
We'll just have a look at the charts. You can see for yourself right now. We're basically turning into a heart scanner, right? Just hear the beeps already. Up, down, all around. Where will it end? No one knows.
Another pause. All right.
No toilet breaks this time. Someone's actually disconnected.
TNC aren't really hurrying them up this time around.
No, they want some time to think about what they can do next. Most likely, anyway. If they didn't actually get that pick off them onto Magnus, 496 probably don't go for the 2nd set of racks. It's that small mistake. 2, like that's the minor thing. Armel's mistake around the mid is still the biggest thing that's happened in the last several minutes.
That's most likely the biggest mistake of the game so far, yeah. But it happens. Maybe he had something in his mind. Maybe he thought Slark isn't going to be around. Maybe he thought he's going to catch someone. Maybe he thought Oracle was behind him. I don't know what he was thinking, but it didn't work.
Oh, it's
what I've been waiting for.
I'm pretty sure this is just a standard excuse for any reason now. And every SEA team... Does every SEA team just say this? Chat will probably last now.
What's wrong, man? Like,
toilet. It's toilet.
Yeah, but don't you have to go to toilet every now and then as well?
I mean, yeah, but you do that before or after a game. You don't do that in the game.
Yeah, but it's intense for them, you know? They're like,
well, I mean, if you're doing it in the game, then you might find your opponents very scary, I guess. I don't know.
They're super stressed out, and...
I just need to relieve that stress.
Yeah.
By apparently, I don't know. One number 2. I'm not sure that's how... I'm not sure that's how I'd relieve the stress in that scenario. I might just, you know... I don't care that it's an official game. Well, I'd probably just have myself a vodka shot or something. Just get that edge off. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe, Liz, this is a shots game. Every time one team makes an awkward mistake, they pause the game. Everyone just pours himself a shot. They crunk one down the throat. They go next.
And died with honor.
It is a possibility. I don't know. It doesn't sound like they are not Slavs. They're SEA, but close enough, I suppose.
I hear some of those SEA boys can drink with the best of them, so don't underestimate.
Haven't heard that before. I need to go to SEA and test that.
We both need to go to SEA.
It's definitely worthy.
Go to SEA, be a relevant captain, do the EE experience. Go on. Lead a team of all-stars, Liz. You can do it. Show them the European ways of doing.
Anti-Mage with level 25 took 25% counter spell magic resistance, which is pretty good. Slark with his 25 took plus 80 seconds of essence shift duration. Not really surprising.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be a high percentage of people taking the essence shift. It just feels so much better than 1 extra second of Shadow Dance.
Yeah, on the other side, did we talk about Dragon Knight? We already saw.
Dragon Knight. Almost time for the level 25 on Cuckoo as well, which
I think he's taking the Sleight of Fist charges, considering he has Ember Magnus with him.
Yeah, no, I imagine Cuckoo's going to take the Empower because of that. Don't get me wrong, the reverse polarity would be pretty good, but you've already got a long stun from the DK, which should be long enough to kill off either the Slark or the AM.
I'm not certain what he's gonna go for, honestly. I like on 25 of Magnus. I really can't say. 1 second versus heroes such as AM and Slark can mean the game for you. You can win a game in that 1 second if you manage to control them a bit longer to just kill them off, as they're very elusive. So, but 20% again, maybe you're gonna kill them off faster if you have that 20%. So it works both ways.
There's interesting overlay potential as well, right? Because level 20 is approaching for the Phoenix. In fact, stupidly close to it. You could go for the Supernova stun duration, which most of the time we see the dive, but with this kind of the setup, could you see the potential in the Nova?
It's not a bad talent, but people still go for the 1400 Icarus dive cast range, as it's just so massive. It's so good. But the stun duration from the egg isn't that bad either, yeah.
Look how split up 496 are. They are not giving any opportunity for a big element to come in. That BB. What's the blink away, though? It's the power of the Searing Chains. Quite a worrisome spell. Lasts a long time when it's maxed out.
He actually took the stun duration, so...
Oh, jumping in. Stun comes out in a Slark. He's going to be able to pounce away. Did have the Dark Pack just in time. And that frees up time for Anti-Mage to go back in and take that melee racks.
They're 2 sides down now. Aegis is 40 seconds still to be respawned, reclaimed.
458
so they have 40
is
seconds, yeah.
Shopping, killing. What's the plan? Oh, a little bit of switcheroon. Oh, BKB coming out. 458 moving in. It's going to be a stun on RML. He has to activate his BKB to move away, but he refuses to do so. The Supernova goes down. Moving in. Not dealing with the egg right now, though. They're just trying to move away from it. Being zoned away. That BB does get stunned near the edge, and they need to be careful, actually. No mana on the DK, though. They can't do too much to him. They're going to lock him in the spot. They'll be able to get rid of the Aegis. Gabby with the BKB activated is going to be fine. Armel protected by the false promise in the meantime. Pounce away coming in, but there's the last who drags the Dragon Knight out of his space. BKB activated. That BB trying to zone them away. Red going even deeper with his own BKB again. Now, Mana Void not enough to kill off Armel. Will stay alive, but barely. Chasing on the Tims. He should fall, even with the BKB activated. Skewer tries to get him into the fountain, but it's not close enough. Red still locked on the spot. Should die here, but moving away. And they didn't finish the kill. Going to try and get him the Sunray. There's a Sleight of Fist. We'll get it.
They got him. They bought back who? Just the Tims? Yeah,
it's just Tims. They did get the tier 3 tower, but they keep the racks alive. So TNC, things could have went worse.
On the other side, did someone buy back? Let's see. No?
No one at all. It was the Aegis being expended. It was a big deal.
Aegis was like 20 seconds short of...
Oh, this will coming out. Cuckoo. He needs to get away. 4 staff just in time. He has no mana for the skewer. But the cape will keep him alive, though.
They're really lacking in the detection department on the side of 496. Like, their carries are jumping in super deep, but no one follows up with a Dust or a Sentry. And because of that, they lose some very crucial kills, like an Oracle kill with that Glimmer cape. He's been saved by the Glimmer so many times so far, it shouldn't be happening.
I kind of wonder if Cuckoo might have been better served by an Aeon Disc compared to a BKB this game, because it just feels like so often he's stunned and then out of mana completely before he can activate BKB.
The BKB is alright, I think. It's fine. Aeon Disc would be alright too, but BKB is kind of safer, earlier option to get, I guess.
That's true. It does allow you to actually be present in the fight more. I think the one that we're more curious about, like you mentioned earlier, is whether the BKB on Tim's is better than Aeon Disc.
I think like on Tim's, Aeon Disc earlier would have been better actually. Oh, he just disappeared.
Also, DD Slug, you just more or less to him. I guess I can understand from the perspective that you're up against that AoE silence though, right? So Aeon Disc wouldn't save you there. But Cuckoo, trying to move away. 4 stars going in though. Lasso comes out, and that's not a hero. That's a creep. There's the RP, trying to protect the egg, but it's too late. 458 gets in just in time. Perfectly times the Dark Pack now, trying to move away the Glimmer Cave. False promise to protect. AU not going to be protecting himself though. That BB will run him through. Gabby standing his ground, but BKB won't last long. It's going to be silence stuff and can't move away. They'll run him through and kill him off. Buyback comes out. Armel standing his ground. No BKB to work with. He will go down. That BB pursuing for more. Buybacks do come out. Gabby needs to be very careful here. Can't afford to go down, but the fast set racks. They will go down. They're going to cliff up. 458 moves in. Abyssal coming out on Armel. Down to half HP. Just melts so quick. Going to jump for more. The silence locking him in place. And GG comes out. They know it's over. TNC, they can't win this game. The score's going to be 1-1.
Nice. We actually are going to have a decent best of 3 remaining. And honestly, this game was very weird. Like, the drafts were awkward, especially the 496's draft, but they made it work. And exactly what we were talking about during the drafting stage, like, is this Slar going to be able to create space coming from his laning stage? And he was good enough. They sent him mid versus the Dragonite, and I think that was the moment of brilliance for them. It created so much space for that AM. I don't want to take anything away from TNC, though. Honestly, they played all right. They did pressure this super greedy lineup of 496's gaming. And if that Dragonite does not die there on that shrine, if they manage to take that Aegis for themselves, I think it's a completely different game. I think like they would then have to use that RP versus 1 life instead of 4. Like Aegis and Cheese, right? You have to kill them both twice, more or less. So 496 Gaming, they do come on top, but I don't know if this draft is gonna work again versus TNC. Next time TNC sees this, I think they're gonna adapt. Like, this is like one of those, it's not really cheesy drafts, but it's something that you don't really expect. They went all into the late game and somehow they got to it. So I don't know, props to 496 Gaming. They did really well.
To see if they can keep replicating these sort of actions. As you said, might not work again. They might just have to turn things around, come up with a new strategy in the next game. But, you know, in the end, guys, that disconnect maybe did matter. This was an interesting game for the first one of the series for us to watch. Now, you can go watch it later on after we finish the series on Dota TV. Just make sure that, you know, you don't stream it. Well, we might have to ban you. But in the meantime, we're going to add in some ads from ESL, go to a short break, and then be back with Game 2, but technically Game 3 because the score is 1-1.
Previously on ESL 1 Birmingham.
What a dream way to begin the day.
And now, we continue. Get ready for the Birmingham Brawl.
It's time! There is no place like home. Universe goes down. Look at the swing. Asher coming in with the combo. GG is called.
ESL 1 Birmingham 2019.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steel in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
matter what your passion is. Soccer, rugby, racing, or esports. Become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This arena is about ready to explode. Welcome to ESL 1. Let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Grabbing up the epicenter, comes in. Oh, it's a big one as well. Look at this damage. The BKB, the Black are ready to go. GG.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
Previously on ESL. Previously on ESL 1 Birmingham.
What a dream way to begin the day.
And now, we continue. Get ready for the Birmingham Brawl.
It's time! There is no place like home. Universe goes down. Look at the swing. Asher coming in with the combo. GG is called.
ESL 1 Birmingham 2019.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This arena is about ready to explode. Welcome to ESL 1. Let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Revving up the epicenter comes in. Oh, it's a big one as well. Look at this damage. The BKB, the Black are ready to go. GG.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
That is absolutely stunning! They are the champions!
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
Killer Pigeon is a dick. And one.
I guess this is an awkward part to tell you that I unmuted your mic first, so everyone heard that. Welcome back, guys. We're back for the third game of this series. Lizard with the wonderful introduction, as always. Lovely guy. Love that dude.
But you actually
musclehead.
Earlier?
Say again?
That you weren't lying? You fool! You were gonna ruin me. Anyway.
Wholesome, nice guy shown to be ass. New Reddit thread incoming. But
feels bad, man. Anyway, look at these drafts. We have a Magnus and PA on one side, Back to the Future, Magnus and Phantom Assassin coming back from the dead, the good combo, the insane combo. At the same time, 496 Gaming opening up with a Chen and Bounty Hunter. That's more like it. That's like some meta stuff right there.
Some next level aggression.
That's some current level aggression, as this is what it's all about. This is the meta. It's Chen and Bounty Hunter, honestly. And yo, can you take Kotal, Chakra the Bounty Hunter when he Jinades you, then he Jinades you again, steals double the gold.
Don't do this.
Then instead of Chen and CK, you have Chen, CK, and Kotal, and you just you just steal gold away forever.
You just give them the refresher shot as well.
Octarine Core.
The whole build.
Whole build, just to have constant Jinada.
Is it dark times for Dota when you realize that if Chen and Bounty Hunter are like meta, that means that we're supporting mugging and kidnapping?
Mugging and kidnapping, indeed. Well, Batrider is the true kidnapper, let's be honest. Chen is more like, I'm gonna steal your pet. He steals your pet. He comes in and steals your dog or something.
Pet snatcher. Wow, that sounds even more evil than a kidnapper, to be honest.
Yeah, Batrider goes in and steals you. Chen steals your pets. So I don't know. You go. I think Batrider is still more scarier. But anyways, Chen and Bounty Hunter, they're definitely like in the meta. And I don't know, TNC, man, like their drafts, like that first draft, I think they had a strong one, but they just failed. This second draft, though, like Magnus and PA, don't get me wrong, that's legit. That has always been legit. But Chen and Bounty Hunter, in the current state of the game, I would always go with that. And yeah, like I like 496's opening a little bit more. I'm a bit biased towards Chen and Bounty, but as always, Bounty has to have a good laning stage. 496 open up with the Juggernaut in the second phase. Well, that's a bit. I mean, it's all right. Jug is one of those heroes that can fight super early on. And then you have Chen creeps, you have the Healing Ward, you have the Bounty Hunter that wants to be fighting early on after the laning stage. So that's a lot of aggression coming from 496.
Can suffer against the Phantom Assassin, though, right? Because if you haven't got anyone nearby, the Blur ruins Omni Slash. And also, is Jug a hero? He always has to be like an item ahead of the other carry, right?
I definitely agree with you, but I'm just talking about the power of aggression that this trio already possesses. They can already take all your sides very fast. TNC, they realize that. They pick Nature's Prophet. Who better to creep, skip, and just split push while you're trying to just aggress so hard. And also, let's see the next pick. Doom. I mean, this is obvious. They just want to crush them early on. But the thing is, 496 last game, they weren't looking so hot in the laning stage, honestly. And after the laning stage, they kind of bunkered up. They got their farm up, and they waited out TNC's mistakes, and that's why they won. This game around, I mean, you can do the same perhaps, but Bounty Hunter usually wants to be fighting and catching people off guard after the laning stage. So I'm not certain if the same strategy can be used like in the first game. Like different drafts obviously require different mindsets and strategies. And 496 they did show us that they have the stability to go super late and play out with those hard carries. Do they have the stability to? Do they have the instability to go ham and just take over the game with these early aggressive heroes? I guess we're gonna find out.
Definitely going to be slowed down a bit now that TNC have another big team fight component. Not just the Magnus anymore, but the Enigma coming out. Popular strategy that has become more or less standardized at the moment is make sure you've got at least 2 of these big team fight ultimates. So if you fluff one, your enemies don't just jump on you, right?
Yeah, and these SCA guys, they love playing Enigma as a support as well. So this might be some crazy Enigma plus Prophet supports or Magnus. Most likely Magnus plus Prophet supports, Enigma on the offlane, and then you picked your midder last. I think that's what's going to happen for TNC, but you never know. We've seen so many position 4 Enigmas and 5 Enigmas even the last couple of days in this qualifier that I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, in fairness, I think TNC have had more success with Magnus on Tims than on Cuckoo. Maybe give Cuckoo that Enigma, just let him go ham on that. And then that allows you to prioritize PA's farm with the Empowers, right? And stack, of course, which was something I felt maybe came a little bit too late from TNC last game. I think they didn't start stacking until about the 7-8 minute mark, and they were missing a few.
Yeah, but they had massive stacks. That Ember took stacks on time anyway. Those ancient juicy stack that he took, that definitely did benefit them a lot. I think like TNC, they just missed their timings with a couple of deaths that they misplayed. That's why they lost that first match. OD banned. What does that tell us? What do they want to put on mid?
I'm wondering if this, because the thing I'm trying to figure out right now, like they got farm picks, they probably aren't. They're probably gonna run this Bounty Hunter as a support. Getting rid of the OD, it's usually these melee hero types. I don't know if you want something like a Dragon Knight if you're the side of 496. It would give you, it would actually increase your push power, right? Like this would make them ridiculous in taking over the map quickly.
So you think it's like some position 4 Bounty Hunter?
That's what I'm thinking right now. Otherwise, you're like what, running the Jug mid, which I guess could make
Doom 4. You can have Doom 4 as well. But yeah, Bounty Hunter 4 is more likely than Doom 4. Even though, honestly, I love Bounty Hunter on core role much more right now than I do on this roaming bounty. Roaming bounty is not nearly as strong as he used to be, but he's all right. You can make him work if you dominate the laning stage super hard.
Just hang in lane, you know, you just become that little brawler. Just keep poking at people and taking their money. It can work. It's worse.
I mean, yeah, you can do that definitely.
There is a farm ban on the Ember from TNC.
Yeah, OD was banned. You ban out the Ember. Razor has been banned as well. So some of these heroes that suffer from OD and Razor, you have to get them out. Let's see. They go with Pango. All right. So is this a Pango mid? I wonder.
I expect so. I think sticking in the out lanes is too slow, right? This hero, the reason he's so strong right now is because of that mid lane, how quickly he can get the XP.
They look so wonky though. TNC's draft just looks so wonky. They have a lot of team fight, they have a lot of damage coming from the PA, yeah, but overall the draft looks just very strange and cool. They have a lot of these big spells that they have to hit, which makes their draft a little bit harder than 496's. If you look at 496, what do they have to do? They just have to be as aggressive as possible right now and just take over the map as soon as possible, dodge some spells out, and that's it.
You just throw out Doom and run at people. I do kind of like the Pango in that it gives TNC a bridge point, right?
I mean, you see this Queen of Pain even, like the last pick. Overall, 496, they're keeping it super simple. They just wanna crush their enemies without actually worrying about hitting their spells way too much. So,
hey, that's a risky one though. Remember, Liz, you're up against Lucky Shot, and well, when it's lucky for him, it's unlucky for you. If you end up getting silenced as a Queen of Pain in those engagements, you are probably dead.
All right, so it's gonna be the Doom on the off lane. It's gonna be Queen of Pain mid and
AC4
safe lane. Yeah, the AC4 on his Booty Hunter. That's gonna be nice.
Definitely cooldowns inhibiting both sides in this type of game, large ones. Do you think the Pangolier gives enough run at you potential in the mid game for TNC? Because it is a low cooldown hero, right?
Definitely he does, but he's the one that's going to be creating space for TNC, but he needs to have a good laning stage. Versus Queen of Pain, I think he might have it. We'll see. I mean, Pango on mid is kind of new, so I haven't really seen too many of these matchups, how they pan out. But Pango versus Queen of Pain, you think Queen of Pain might have an advantage because of Shadow Strike spam, right? And range, but Armel with Swashbuckle.
We'll have to see. This is the beauty of Dota lists. You know, they add these new heroes in. It doesn't matter how many years you've been playing Dota. When people start spinning a new way, you go, okay, this hero, I'm familiar with this matchup. Should be intriguing to watch. You can kind of theory craft your way through it, and you can see how it could be even, right? Because Queen of Pain is going to harass with the Shadow Strike, but then Pangolier has the disarm and the silence potential, along with the reposition. So they both have a lot of mobility in that mid lane, basically. Bit of a pause coming out. There we go. Finally underway. All right, guys. Third game. Technically second, but third. Technically. No, wait. So in truth, it's second, but technically it's third because there's a 1-game advantage. Is the logic implied? I know some people are getting confused. Like, what? Why is the score this? What happened draft game 1? Well, because TNC went through the upper bracket, they got a 1-game advantage in the best of 5. Pretty reasonable. They earned it. I don't think they didn't face up against 496 though. They faced up against Genuine Gaming twice. Wait, no, sorry, not Genuine Gaming twice. It was PG Barracks in the first round, then Genuine Gaming, then Genuine Gaming faced up against 496.
Yeah, exactly.
But 496 lost to PG Barracks.
Yeah.
But they looked pretty convincing yesterday against Genuine Gaming, and 496 looking pretty good so far here.
Yeah, they're looking all right. I actually expected TNC to be full favorites.
I think most people did. Well, you know, there's going to be those wise SEA experts, you know, the ones that go, well, I knew 496 were upcoming and amazing, and you guys are stupid for not realizing.
Yeah, sure, why not? 496 Bounty Hunter actually starting with the Shadow Walk.
Makes sense as a support, but at the same time, you want the Janada. Kind of the logic of a Jakiro leveling Ice Path level 1, right? Great if he gets a kill. Otherwise, apart from that one situation, you feel like you've just had a rough start. I guess he gets decent harassment in though, and if it secures the rune, I can kind of thumbs up it. Problem is, it doesn't.
Was that intentional?
2 apiece then. Gabby picking up 1 rune, AU the other. Red and Seal picking up 496s. Who wins in this trade-off, actually? I think Mag, if he just fights into Yacy at level 1, he should be able to beat him, right?
Well, Yacy isn't going to look to fight Magnus. He's going to be... Yeah,
running
Magnus
away.
Is smoked up. Yeah, smoked up and running top. He probably wants to use that sentry in a way to block one of Seal's camps. And at the same time, Yacy, like, he only has 1 clarity, so it's not really the best itemization from Bounty early on, as he's going to struggle with mana very, very soon. Magnus is trying to snipe that courier, I guess, with the smoke, but...
He's a little bit late. By a little bit, I mean very late. He's already ran back to base.
This is good from Bounty, though. He's creep skipping. That's going to help Doom get some farm early on. He's going to take it all the way to tier 3, it seems. That's what he's pinging, and Doom is going to just go to the tower and farm the next wave. This is basically what I've seen happen in most of these games. Position 4s or 5s, they just pull the creep wave. Well, he messed up a bit.
He missed one.
Back. Yeah.
Back it a little bit. Meanwhile, on top, A took a crap ton of damage. Barely any regen left. Boy could fight one-on-one with Chen. Doesn't work quite well nowadays with the Divine Favor build.
Yeah, especially with the star that Magnus has. He has a Windlace. Usually EU is their position 5, so he has that Windlace to work with, and not really a whole lot more.
Not really going to be any different in this game, especially considering Tim's is on that Nature's Prophet, and we've seen this man run on it before. He likes to play greedy. He likes to pummel into his enemies.
EU is taking so much damage that he's going to have to skewer away, yeah.
And that's just keeping him away from the lane. Speaking of the lane, Juggernaut versus Enigma should be pretty even just because of the Eidolons, but you can't easily harass onto the Juggernaut due to the Blade Fury.
Queen of Pain, no blink.
Uh-oh.
Getting super low, but...
No procs.
Yeah, manages to use that salve and stays alive. So far, Armel has been doing really well. There is a double damage Bounty Hunter creeping in, though. And if Armel isn't careful, I think that aggression from Queen of Pain was maybe a mistake. If Armel remained in the lane, if he poked his head out a little bit further, maybe
it's
they could have gotten
across to his bottle just in time as well, because he might have ticked out at that rate. As a result, I think that's just one of those examples, right, where you're weighing it up. I could kill him, or I could send him all the way back to base, and it's going to take him longer if he has to walk all the way back to base and TP. So it's a balanced argument, right?
It isn't truly because it's a first blood, but they're going to get the courier. Oh, no, yes, yeah, all right.
Didn't manage to find it.
That courier.
Is he going on Cuckoo? Cuckoo going to be slowed down and coming with the Blade Fury as well. Skewer across, looking on the seal, but too late for Cuckoo. Can they at least get the kill on the seal first? Doesn't look like it. Fairy Fire comes out. Chen lives, and Enigma does not.
I mean, all right, they get the first blood, but honestly, that courier,
Red.
I would argue it's more important.
Red is dead. Tim's over the tower, TP'd behind him, got 2 hits out. I think you're right. The courier would have been a bigger deal in terms of who got valuable kills there. Shutting down this Doom this early is better, right? Because if you give him a few easy levels, he becomes unkillable with a regen. Whereas the Enigma will just rapidly farm eventually going into the jungle.
I mean, Enigma is just going to keep the lane back and farm. Like, you can't really... Chen and Jug aren't 2 heroes that can zone you out completely. The only good thing that Chen and Jug have going for them is that Jug has one of those amazing auto attacks, so it's not that easy for Enigma to last it here, even if you take the creep wave back.
Red is dead.
Dead, Red. Red dead? Yeah.
I'm like listening to your thoughts, and now I'm just watching this on screen. It's just... He's picked up the toughness aura, right? From the Wild Wing Ripper. So he has the armor. But it just doesn't matter. They just eviscerate him still.
Yeah, the Blightstone from the Nature Prophet. It doesn't matter that you have a little bit of armor.
Amel's gone. Oh, Yacy's making this work, I think you could argue. He's got 2 assists on the board so far. Few runes are helping him out. Hey, you're just trying to escape. He's going to lose some money. That's the TP away. They have no way of stopping him. Feels bad when you save your life but still lose money like that. Luckily, it's a level 1 Janata, so not too much.
It's all about the bounty runes now. Let's see, Doom is going to pick up 1 on bottom lane. Shen is going to pick up 2 on top, so...
Feels like the only thing TNC have going for them right now is this Nature's Prophet. I don't know if anyone else can apply pressure. Does that feel accurate to you?
Pretty much. Prophet is doing fine. Enigma isn't. Like, Pango started off well, but now is struggling again on mid.
Yeah, the double point Shadow Strike. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Doom is dead again. Gabby is getting a lot of kills, and Red is not learning his lesson.
Yeah, that's going great for TNC, actually. BA is having a blast on the bottom lane.
You think that is kind of Yacy faulty because you've got a second hero there, you're feeling emboldened? Is it better to just leave Doom alone on this lane?
Well, he's gonna get... Oh, I expected him to take the Ogre Frost Mage, actually.
For more
that bonus armor. Yeah, but I guess you need to waste mana for that, so he opted not to.
Got Mango, what's the problem? You always got your mana when you got mangoes.
Where are you watching?
I feel like I've started to appreciate mangoes more and more as these low mana pool heroes. Even when you're like approaching a 10-minute mark, if you don't build those items, they're so useful.
Yeah, Mango is definitely great. EU has 4 stuns to work with. Seal actually has 4 stuns to work with, and EU has to be careful. Also, Cuckoo on top lane, he can be doven by Jug and Chen, but he has a good ward here on the cliff, so he knows what's up.
Very hard to get the Omni Slash without the Eidolons falling first as well, so... Shouldn't be the easiest kill in the world. It could be feasible though, especially with Seal hanging around, as you said. Naive sees it. He'll stun him up, and that's a lot of damage done. He has to skewer away just in time. Meanwhile, diving on the tower. The use of the Omni Slash comes out. Cuckoo broken away from his Eidolons. Pangolier trying to move across to help Armel. We'll get the double silence, but can't pursue into the Queen of Pain.
At the same time, bottom lane.
Going to work. Yacy down to half HP, snatching some gold away from Gabby. Will invis and run away. Red has to back off as well. Scorched Earth to allow him to run away faster. Gabby's thinking about going. He has got the dagger again. Has the Phantom Strike available. But there's TP coming in right now. Queen of Pain's arrived in the bot lane.
This might be horrible for TNC.
They don't know about it yet, but they're going to find out. They got the Sonic Wave ready. They can throw it out here. They decide not to, though. Gabby trying to walk away. And Fairy Fire up. Phantom Strike. No! It's Fluff. The
He had no
Greaves
mana.
from 4-5.
He had no mana. It wasn't greed. He had no mana. He jumped in. He tried to use all his spells, but then he missed like 10 mana for Sonic Wave, so he had to wait a bit longer.
It looked like he waited
survives.
a little bit extra though, right? Because I think he could have Sonic Waved maybe a second sooner, maybe 2. I think it was close either way, right?
Yeah.
So, not a little bit of mismanagement on the mana. I don't know if you. I think maybe if you Sonic Wave first and then just don't Scream of Pain, might have worked better. But it's hard to say. It would have been close either way.
Boom.
Red
Gonna maybe fall.
They need one more hit, and Tims will find it. The dagger slows enough.
And on that mid lane, Bounty is getting really low, but he should be fine.
But look how aggressive TNC now get. And is that just because of the Sonic Wave being on cooldown? Like, that's the biggest threat to them at this stage in the game, right?
Yeah, that's the biggest call, and Omni Slash has been used on top as well, so...
And of course, Doom is not getting that.
Possible,
Yeah, he's not getting his ult anytime soon. He's still level 4. This is a sad, sad Doom game. In fact, he has less gold than his Bounty Hunter.
Jug is gonna try and steal some stacks here.
Some big stacks, indeed. Maxed out Blade Fury allows him to do it fast, and A will come back to realize the camp is all but gone. I'm going to try and set up with a play around bot. Maybe they just invade and look for Doom here. They have to know he's still low level.
Well, they had easy to breach. That scouted him out a second earlier, so... They can do that if they want to, but...
Scan top as well. They know about him.
He's scanned out. He should die here.
He leveled the black hole, but how do you use it? Not sure you do.
Omni Slash here, I think.
Yeah, no points in Midnight Pulse. He can't do anything to protect himself. Just runs away and dies. Let's get his little Eidolon babies out, but they might be farmed as well. Dabby says thank you. Bonus gold on top of the kill. Meanwhile, at the shrine, they're trying to fight here. Gabby's just going to TP away, though. They did bring reinforcements. 458 trying for a kill, but Tims will TP away.
I just love Tims. Tims is a god, honestly. What he did there is basically he moves in for PA so that she can blink on him and TP out. At the same time, he sprouts the Doom so he can't Infernal Blade. And then he blocks the Doom with Nature's Call so he cannot Infernal Blade him either. And they both survive, but Arma might fall.
Arma is most definitely dead. Decide to cancel the Roll and Thunder in the end. There's going to be a return kill. AU gets Seal. Tim's just hitting into 458, who doesn't have any mana. Does have a wand, though. No blink for 5 seconds. Going in with the Phantom Strike. Can they actually do enough here? Pick up the rune, but he'll give his life for it. And now Red in trouble as well. They'll keep chasing for more. He'll cut through the trees, but Gabby is in hot pursuit. The crit's coming out. They need to be careful. Dabby is here. Trying to move in with the Blade Fury. Has the Omni Slash as well. Gabby will just move away. That's completely fluffed ultimate. Not really sure what he expected there. Tim's going to turn around. Sprout coming out to Red. Needs to be careful. He's burning up the trees. He's getting pretty low, though, and they're snatching gold away. Dabby trying to move across. Doesn't have any mana to work with, though. Has enough for the Blade Fury finally. On the other side, they will lose Red, but they will find a kill into Tim's in return.
Yeah, that kill on Tim's is really huge for them. They need to slow down this Nature's Prophet. He's been doing so well so far.
And they might get Cuckoo now as well. Slow down. He has the black hole. They're being baited in here. They need to be careful, but there's the Blade Fury just in time.
Yeah, and EU ported in, but he has no mana to work. Like, you can see this position 5 Magnus is really struggling. Like, he absolutely has nothing. He's running around with Twin Blades, and he might die here too now.
No items, no life, no mana.
I mean, even the stacks that he has made have been stolen away, so...
Which would have been gold he would have got on the side as well with that stacking bounty. Speaking of bounty, bot lane. They're thinking about going on Gabby here. They could go insta-invis afterwards, and they've got the Queen of Pain coming across to make an easy kill. There we go. Let's slow him down. Gabby tracked up. He knows he's dead. Move. So far, this bounty hunter making a lot happen on the map. 2-0-5.
I think it's the issue with this Magnus position 5 that hasn't really had any impact in the game so far. The only thing he did is make some stacks that actually benefited 496 more than his own team, so they might fight mid though. They want to fight mid.
They got the big old Sawmel, thinking about using Roll of Thunder. Gets the silence down to Bounty Hunter. They trap him in the trees, and now the roll is a go. Blade Fury comes out, so that B can move away. They'll at least get the counter Bounty Hunter, but that is really not good enough. Hoping to maybe find a core there. Yeah, a decent chunk of gold. Kill streak for you, as Bounty Hunter's primarily been getting assists up to this point. Question is, who can really make the plays other than Pangolin in this team? I mean, yes, you've got that RP, but as you said, Boss 5 Magnus 4 really has nothing that he can offer other than a buff to an ally and a stun. Not like he's got the initiation tools, right? He has to go in with a skewer to initiate. He can't try and use that afterwards.
He's still maxed out in power, so Gabi is basically going to have a Battle Fury without having to invest in it, while that BB, he still is building towards his Battle Fury, so
the goal for 496 is to ramp up pressure, and TNC need to somehow just defend PA, right?
Yeah, TNC, they just have to def PA, and like in a minute or two, this PA is going to have Dazzle and he's going to destroy them. Armel
He's pretty low. No, 458. He's got the blink soon, but the whole RP. 458, he's not that greedy.
Top lane Cuckoo, however, they just need one port here and they can get him. They need someone else. Sealed is not enough.
Teammates have shrined as well, so reinforcement is coming for Cuckoo soon. If they reveal, they're in trouble.
They're a bit too slow with this.
Queen of Pain's here. No Sonic Wave though. Goes in the Scream, and Cuckoo. He could go for the big play. There's a Black Hole coming out onto one. Hand of God, they do interrupt it, stun him up, but too late for Queen of Pain. Start stop will go down. Cuckoo stays alive. Yacy trapped in the trees. Skewer away from AU, gets away from Seal. And we're going Yacy, but he moves so fast with the track there. Now going to move forward. Swashbuckle doesn't get any procs on the lucky shot though, and that Omni Slash was most unfortunate.
Yeah, Omni Slash kind of hit everyone once, but not really anyone significantly. And overall, 496 was very slow. Like the Queen of Pain had to port that earlier, and they had to recall that Jug earlier so that they can take down Enigma instantly. They didn't manage to, and because of that, they just lose that fight. They were way too slow to react. Like Yacy, he was following Enigma around for quite a long time, so...
Yeah, you can see the move they're trying to make, but the fact... I think they're fine with that fight if you hadn't used Sonic Wave already. I think it's just a poor move if you don't have that ultimate though, right? Because that is your biggest damage spike. We've seen how kind of pathetic the Omni Slashes look. It's very hard to find a kill with it on the level 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's level 10 Jug. It's not even level 2 Omni Slash, so... It's not really great. Minute 15, we might see someone fall bottom. Someone like Tims.
Tims wants himself a rune. And I don't... Oh, he might be able to get it, actually. Picks it up. Gives his life for the gold. And gives over some gold in return. TNC, they actually denied one rune. Got another one as well. So 2 going the way of TNC, 1 going the way of 496. And it was a track gold kill, so this is the thing you always have to weigh up, right?
It's not really that. Yeah, it's been changed a bit, so it's not really that effective as it was before, but
it's
still track gold. Yeah, it is for him.
Be happy about it. Gets himself a bonus 150 with each of those.
How close is PA to... Okay, Desolator should be up in a minute or two. He has gold for another Mithril Hammer, and he's gonna have gold for Blightstone afterwards, as long as Magnus keeps on empowering him. Where is Magnus though? What's he doing?
He's in the base. He's heading out now. Oh, they see Yacy going in. They've slowed him down, but the track's out, and they realize they can't keep up with him. Gabby thinking about going in. Oh, man, he's just shredded through. Stunned on the spot. Helmet Dominator pick up from Cuckoo and enable him to find kills now.
Tims?
He's hunting.
There's a bounty hunter behind him.
The hunter or the hunted, though? Tims isn't the quickest kill. Look at the D-ward on them, and he'll end up giving his life for it. It's 458 arrives before anyone from TNC does. They'll do the booty dance, and in the end, the kill still goes to the Queen of Pain. They keep finding Tims at the moment, and to be fair, it's a decent kill because he has a decent amount of net worth on him.
He has a decent amount of net worth. He's also TNC's player that creates so much space all the time, and he does a lot for his team, so getting those Tim skills is definitely beneficial for 496.
Hurts him a lot because he's going for the Midas as well, right? It looks like it anyway. He's got the glove, and he's up to 1100 gold.
But I think TNC can fight now. They have like this Desolator on PA. Most likely the best option for them is to wait for the BKB as well. But honestly, you can fight. Right now you can. You're very strong with the Empower and Dezo. And you're just going to shred through them.
Would you
just have to watch out for the Doom.
Is the big play to either find Doom or Queen of Pain, then go Roche?
I mean, it's a play, definitely. You can do it with Dezo, with Blightstone, and trees. Like, you can take Roche easily on the side of TNC. It's not too hard for neither, but it is a... Yeah. They have smoked up. They have the Doom and the Queen of Pain, but they aren't going to find anyone. They just want to take over their jungle.
Checking... I don't think anyone on the team is going for the Vlads. You look at what Doom's queuing up. No plans for Vlads either, despite the heroes you got on your side.
Some Vlads on TNC would be great as well. Maybe
they have one.
Tims.
They go on PA.
One?
Yeah, get it.
Yeah.
This has become more regular, right? Especially if you don't have to get the Battle Fury, you can afford to do that. So I guess I'm fine with that. He just realized the problem he's got here. He'll be able to move away though.
Sadly, no dust on Magnus. So he survives, and now they're chasing back, but I don't know if they can do this.
Oh, they want to, but the healing ward is the problem.
Doom is coming from around, but he is scouted out, so they know where he is.
They could just shred him quickly. So this is the thing. Doom at this stage in the game, if he had a good lane, could just run up that high ground and be fine. Not the case in this game. He's actually got to be very careful about his position.
You can see the tracks and how they're messing with the game style of TNC. They have to stick together. And also, they can't really do many moves as long as one of them is tracked. You kind of have to play around it.
Definitely would be nice if TNC could get their hands on something like Lotus Orb at some point. Would Lotus be the prime pickup? Because there's Omni Slash and Doom, right?
Lotus is pretty good this game, yeah. Red, coming from the left side.
Speaking of Doom, he wants to get one thrown out, but he needs to be careful. The problem with that scenario is if you don't do the PA, you get Black Hold, and if you do...
He has no follow-up.
Yeah.
Absolutely no follow-up. They aren't really utilizing this Chen like to the fullest of his capabilities. I think we see Holy Persuasion used much more often in some other games, tier 1 Chen games at least.
Seems like his focus is Divine Favor into Omni Slashes right now, right? But I can't remember. Do you keep the positive buffs when you Omni Slash? Because it gives you a purge now. I can't remember if it purges all buffs.
Top lane Tims. Like, they did find him, but they need more.
Do? Like, you can track him. Great. Now he knows you're here, and you just have to walk away.
They could have went on him if they recalled the Juggernaut as they were running towards him, and that would have been the easiest kill of their lives. But the problem is there's a tier 1 on top, so they're kind of worried that they're going to be counterplayed.
Well, especially with this lineup, because you know they want to do Roche soon, so they're going to hang around that pit regardless. Question is, has TNC had enough? They just want to go in and do Roche. They seem so hesitant right now, and this is giving a lot of time to 496.
I think you wait for your BKB on PA. If you wait this long, maybe you get this bounty on mid, actually. He's going very deep.
Yeah, but he knows about those wards, that's the thing. So Yacey, like, they realize they got to be thinking he must be baiting because we almost killed him twice already there.
Look at them behind, though. In the Radiant jungle. Yeah, the backstab is real.
Yeah, but Queen of Pain isn't there. She needs to move across now. Problem is, the moment she disappears from the bot lane, TNC are going to know something's up. Seems like a game of avoidance up to this point, and I think TNC have had enough.
They see Queen of Pain on bottom, and they go for this, but Queen of Pain can port to the shrine and fight, so...
Look at Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Zone him out. Omnislash comes out on the Centaur alone. No. Cuckoo. Gonna be ran down. Will be killed off. They have to back out of the pit here. Not expect him to fall that quickly. They're gonna hold on the high ground, though. They got Ron Thunder and they got the RP. And look who's got in the pit. 496.
They want to go in. They definitely want to fight this. Enigma has a buyback.
There it is. Ron Thunder going into the pit right now. And no, Armel. He messes up. RP connects onto 2. Now they get stunned with the Doom. He's going to come out onto the PA, but they're locked in the spot. They're going to get in. And Cuckoo, he has the Black Hole to work with. He wants to throw it out. There it is. Going to lock them in. The buybacks do come out, but maybe a little bit too late. Doom will go down. And Juggernaut has to run away with Blade Fury. The Aegis has been picked up by the PA. She survived the Doom, and now she wants kills. Sonic Wave coming through. Jumps in, pops the Aegis straight away. 5-8, a little bit deep. They want to turn around and kill him off. Armel needs a silence to be able to get it. Swashbuckle slows it down, and that's going to be a dieback from the mid for the side of 496. They might find more as well because look who's pretty deep. Yeah, you see? One tap will do it. He's going to go for the TP away. Tim's, there it is. He gets it.
I just want to say that Tims is a god, honestly. Like this guy on Prophet as well. In that last fight, what he does is he allows Enigma to have a full duration of that black hole. This Cuckoo Enigma that might fall here, but let's see. Maybe not.
Nah, he's going to be fine. You know who's not, though? The Juggernaut goes down. Pays a price for his gluttony.
They might get the Chen as well with the Furion porting in.
Oh, they will. Oh, no. The sad reality of being stuck in those trees. When that happens to you, you know your life is over.
So Enigma caught 3-man black hole there, and the black hole was amazing. But at the same time, Tims, he uses Sprout on one hero that's not in the black hole, and that's Bounty Hunter, the one hero that could use Shuriken Toss to cancel that black hole. So he prevents Bounty Hunter from preventing the black hole, and because of that, they have a clean team fight in their hands. So very well played by both the Enigma, obviously, for a good black hole, but the Nature's Prophet as well. These small plays usually get unnoticed, pass by unnoticed because of the big plays, but Tims really did well there.
That's why we have you here. Show us the most important pieces, because I can imagine that being shouted out, because you saw Cuckoo, right? He didn't black hole for quite a while. They wanted to maximize the Rolling Thunder, and as you say, make sure that it was safe. Cuckoo even moved further away to ensure he wasn't in Shuriken Toss range. And Cuckoo is in range with Omni Slash, though. He'll go down. Not sure if that's the optimal kill you want to find. Gabby wants to fight up against this red. It's stuck in the Sprout. They're going to move through with the Rolling Thunder, and they will stun him up. They'll be able to come around for more kills. Dat BB. They need to get rid of the heal and walk. Now they're going to jump onto him. He's going to spin and try and move away. They can jump straight in, though. Gabby getting ready with the Phantom Strike forward. Dat BB going to run away, though. Skewer, RP, drags him back. Sonic Wave creates a little bit of space, but Dat BB is dead. And 458 cannot move away. Shockwave drags him back. Spirit Vessel getting him low. Tims knows. Gets the vision, gets the kill. They're heading straight for the base.
I mean, they got, like, what, 3 kills? They didn't really use way too much for that. They still have the PA with full HP. And the Dazzle, she's gonna hit this tower really hard, really fast.
No way to stop her either. Especially that Empower just juicing her up so much. Yacy is coming in on the back. Needs to be careful. They have a sentry down just in case. He shows for a second he could easily die. They have to forfeit the lane. Things looking pretty good in game 2 for TNC right now. They are perfectly hitting their timing. And look at that gold swing, the net worth swing. That chart, that's a pretty strong spike.
I wonder, like, before that rush, when Enigma died to that missed Omni Slash, if that was all just intentional. Because having that Enigma to buy back and fight the rush fight, it's an amazing bait for TNC. It looked very risky, but it worked out. So.
It did look like it looked like he expected to go down, right? Because he was so far forward. He was over here. Like
yeah.
that is a given. The fact the Centaur got it was just optimal scenario for them. Now they scanned. They knew something was up. They just want to see if they could get runes. But I guess it's very reminiscent, but it's odd to see from Imposter. It's very reminiscent of Solo. He does it a lot for the side of VP, where he'll just kind of suicidally run up these hills and try and force people to initiate on him. Not something you usually see from a core, though.
Dust kind of whiffed there by the Furion. Tried to maybe scout out that bounty, but bounty is miles away.
Just wandering around. He does have his Spirit Vessel, but there's no big prime target that is great against this game. It's not like that big turnaround pickup against a hero like Morphling, right?
They need this Crimson finished on Doom. With this Crimson, be able to perhaps fight the PA, but she has reached that critical mass in which she just hits too hard, I think. Especially now that she picks up that Basher. It should come any second now.
Can easily kill the Juggernaut at any stage now. He gets bashed once, he's probably dead. Doesn't have the biggest health pool and is going for more of a glass cannon build with that MKB.
I mean, he has to. They have to find a way to deal with the PA, so getting that MKB is definitely a proper option for them. A good decision, but let's see. We're gonna see a fight. We have a smoked up Juggernaut way in front here. Doom on the right side as well.
They got the important target tracked as well. They see AU. Fights a little bit split. Gabby, they're going to go for Omni Slash onto him. We got to move away with Phantom Strike, and now the Rolling Thunder coming in. They're going to lock in the Doom. Gabby with the BKB activated. They can't even initiate the Doom. No! He can't get his armor away, even with the Hand of God to save his life. Dat BB has to spin and get out of this. If he gets bashed once, though, he's in trouble. Gabby doesn't get it. No RNG for you now. 458 going to try and make his escape. Blink in. There's the RP. AU. He caught the big target. You get your jug out, but you lose 2 big ones. Now you're going to lose your tier 2 bot, and they might push towards your base.
Yeah, I think you can't just run in and only slash the PA because of the way Blur works, right? You can't really just do that.
And what's that Phantom Strike as well?
Yeah, it's Phantom Strike and Blur, so just, if you want to Omni Slash her, you have to control her, silence her, or stun her. Now she has that Basher flying in as well from the courier. She's gonna hit even harder. It's... yeah.
And 496, I mean, you know, there's 2 perspectives to that move, right? Either you're being pincered, or you are splitting them in 2, and they had the positive thinking on their side, but the problem was, I feel like they had the wrong heroes in the wrong place. If the Doom's next to Gabby, thumbs up, make that move, but he was on the far right side. And now, he's in the far right mess. Doom gone. Big crits will kill him off. The BKB activating Gabby to ensure he can keep hitting, and the wrong Thunder zone them out, moving in, looking on seal. Dagger through. Gabby should be able to finish the kill. Wrong Thunder hold in place. Black Hole comes in. Juggernaut's been caught. They'll be able to find everything but the Queen of Pain. The GG comes out. Respawns just in time to watch the base die. This is more like the TNC people were expecting to see.
Yeah. They actually responded to a very aggressive lineup from 496 with stability, with well thought out movements, with a strategical plan that made them just win this game, and with Magnus PA. After all, it's Magnus PA. It's 1 crit and I'm die, basically. So let's not give them way too many praises right now, because they still have another game that they have to win. But yeah, they definitely did look much better than in that first game.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. The game is, like, totally not over. The series not over. Like, they're totally still in this. 496, they got this. TNC, they just got lucky with their crits. And the lucky shots. That's what I say when I get these heroes in my pub games. It's RNG, lol. Get good skill. But that does mean that TNC are now 2 and 496 only have 1 point. So they cannot afford to drop a game now. 496, if they want to go to ESL 1 Mumbai, have to win the next 2 games. Before we get to that, we need a short break. Everyone needs to go for a bathroom break, because I think that's the regular theme here. They didn't pause this time. That's good, Liz. We had a consistent game. There was no pauses for toilet breaks 3 times in a row. But you guys should go take your toilet breaks, get yourself some snacks, and then come back for the next game. We'll see you in a few.
Previously on ESL 1 Birmingham.
What a dream way to begin the day.
And now, we continue. Get ready for the Birmingham Brawl.
It's time! There is no place like home. Universe goes down. Look at the swing. Asher coming in with the combo. GG is called.
ESL 1 Birmingham 2019.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steele in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you loved. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become Become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This arena is about ready to explode. Welcome to ESL 1. Let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Revving up the epicenter comes in. Oh, it's a big one as well. Look at this damage. The BKB, the Black are ready to go. GG.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
God, that is absolutely stunning! They are the champions!
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
Previously on ESL 1 Birmingham.
What a dream way to begin the day.
And now, we continue. Get ready for the Birmingham Brawl.
It's time! There is no place like home. Universe goes down. Look at the swing. Asher coming in with the combo. GG is called.
ESL 1 Birmingham 2019.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This arena is about ready to explode. Welcome to ESL 1. Let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Grabbing up the epicenter comes in. Oh, it's a big one as well. Look at this damage. The BKB, the Black are ready to go. GG.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.
Hey folks, welcome back to the grand final, the SEA region qualifiers for ESL 1 Mumbai. That's right, 496 versus TNC. We have 3 points on the board, 2 for the side of TNC, 1 for the side of 496. 496 need to pull someone out of the bag, and Liz, they snatch away the Magnus, but I gotta respect this response from TNC. They still get their PA, and they do get a way of amplifying her damage.
Just snatch away the PA. It's as simple as that. Like, snatch it. You see the Magnus picked up. Don't let them pick the PA. You snatch it for yourself. However, she does not have the Magnus with her. Is she going to be able to match up versus the Magnus AM, Magnus Jug, Magnus Troll, Magnus Nikes, Magnus Terrorblade, Magnus... Magnus. Magnus. Just insert any random hero that's going to be empowered here. And yeah. I don't know, man.
I think there's a lot more kill potential early on for TNC with this PA this time around, though, right? Because the Chen will buff you up so much with the Divine Favor. So it's like you can't farm as well as if you had the Magnus, but you can kill better, right? At least early on.
Yep.
So right now, TNC's draft looks more on the clock. I mean, we're only 2 picks in each side, but there's clearly a focus on running out these lanes swinging for TNC.
Well, to be honest, it's a little bit early to say as the draft has just started, right?
Yeah, but these type of picks are focused at like an aggressive lane, right?
Oh,
with
yeah,
the Chen.
definitely. Chen is always like that.
Although I gotta admit, the Oracle was a smart pick because you can just dispel that Divine Favor. But this does make it more interesting from TNC. Definitely going to be a big focus around the jungle for them, right? With the stacking from the ET and Chen wanting the right creeps.
Mm-hmm. I'm eating a banana.
Oh, you're being healthy, are you? You're just amping up your potassium.
Amping up the potassium because this might be the last game, so I have to have energy levels.
Have to be ready to go get swole afterwards. You're gonna run up and down a flight of stairs in a gym again.
Oh no, not that again. I'll get sick. Anyways, Elder Titan with the Chen, as you said, you can create those stacks, but you have to be careful because there is a Magnus versus you, and he can basically let any melee core steal your stacks. So they have to be careful about the way they do it. They have to protect them at least.
They are dire side at least. So do you think they are possibly targeting it? Would tri-lane with ET and Chen PA be good here? And then run like aggressive tri-lane?
I don't like these tri-lanes too much. I mean, it's doable, but it depends what you're gonna put on the other lane. This Dark Willow is a hero that we haven't really seen a lot. I mean, I'm always kind of hyped to see these supports that have been out for a long while creep out again. She can fall to Elder Titan so easily, and Elder Titan can kill her through I mean, can stun her through her Shadow Realm. And now Night Stalker with that AoE silence is really good here, really decent. If you are 496, I think you can look at something like a Monkey King. You have the Oracle plus Monkey King used to be a very common pickup, and you have the Magnus to buff him up. Plus, you can put that Monkey King versus Night Stalker. He crushes that lane. The only problem is you probably have to commit like 2 heroes there, obviously, because it's going to be a dual lane. Night Stalker most likely won't be mid. And they go with, all right, I mean, we called it early on, Oracle, Magnus, Terrorblade. Old school combination. Basically, Oracle is always going to allow Terrorblade to use that ulti, and Magnus is going to empower him so that Terrorblade can farm faster. Still, though, Terrorblade has to get either a very fast force on one of his teammates, or he has to get the BKB, because Night Stalker can run him down with that AoE silence. You can't really, even with the Oracle ulti, it doesn't help you because there's AoE silence from Night Stalkers.
I mean, you're not wrong. We definitely called it. It was definitely we. But the Night Stalker definitely throws a wrench in the plans that 496 had here. I mean, you already highlighted a little bit. The Dark Willow is going to feel pretty useless. It's going to be looking for the Oracle and the Willow all the time, each fight, right? Like, those are the big finds. And
oh, yeah. You have the PA to jump them, and then you have the Night Stalker to control them. I like TNC's lineup. It looks very angry. Like, 496's lineup, it looks scared. And like, what are we doing here, boys? Can you see Magnus looking around like...
He's like,
hello?
so, guys, next game? Not this game?
Are these my teammates? Seriously? An Oracle and a Fairy?
Why have I been picked here, guys? Guys?
And Terrorblade is looking at him from the other side, like, with his mouth open.
You give me farm. Let me cleave. There's this shunt in his head aggressive. Power me. Power me. I'm the win condition. And yeah, they are looking pretty innocent. Then you look at TNC. I mean, Elder Titan looks aged. He looks like he's seen some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this hero, well, I know Fogged has been loving on him for a while. He's been hyped about the buffs they gave to the Spirit. They did reduce them a little bit, but this is still a formidable hero in the laner phase and beyond.
Of course. He's still super strong. Creates a couple of stacks. Runs you down with that Spirit. You know what, actually? Like, when people started doing the stacking thing with Elder Titan, I have to admit, I thought it was stupid, and I thought it was going to remain in pubs, because I saw it in pubs most of the time. No one was doing it in pro games. Then actually people started picking it up in pro games and making it work, which made the hero super powerful. I still find it weird that mechanic is just so silly, but yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think ET is this interesting hero that has a lot of power spike potential in the lane phase, but you do kind of have to play around the pick, right? It's not kind of a cookie cutter type support. It's a style of play that you have to be suited to, and TNC have proven themselves to love this stacking element to their game. And it was interesting for 496 to still go for the TB after an ET was put on the table, because Elder Titan is usually seen as a counter to the Terrorblade pick, right? With the armor reduction, the mag resistance reduction. Does TNC still have room for something like a Necrophos, for example? Something with a big nuke to kill off the TB easily in fights?
Not certain. Let's see, Doom. Doom is there. Oh.
Definitely won't be a Necrophos now.
Yeah, but is this then Magnus mid? You put the Magnus mid, you put the Doom offlane. If you are TNC, you can actually end this draft with Monkey King yourself. It's so good here. I don't know if they play it a lot, but they have 3 melee cores, and all of them lose quite hard to Monkey. I mean, Monkey would be perfect pick for them. Razor has been banned. Has Monkey been banned? He hasn't.
Oh, so it's available.
Yeah, but maybe you want some more team fight on TNC.
I don't think it's in RML's most played Monkey King pick. It's something like a troll would be pretty good here as well, right? Against the TB. Bag threat, you can just run at them. Although if you just get doomed, you're pretty screwed, right? Go for that. Got a lot of time to just eat through to decide this as well. I think they are just like questioning whether this is definitely mag mid, or if they try and run him in the outer lanes and stick the TB mid to trick them. Because TB can't lane mid.
I guess TNC has ways of countering them completely now, as they see these 3 melee cores. Even, well, Ursa has been banned, so that's not an option. But they can definitely make their life living hell in the laning stage, and 496 is going to try to adapt to that. I guess Magnus is going to be mid, as he's like most versatile. Then TB plus, let's say, Oracle safe lane, and Dark Willow plus Doom on the offlane. I think that's how they're going to be looking at laning this.
496 got rid of some of the more annoying, as you said, the Ursa gone, the OD is out, and then the Razor as well. All would have been fantastic against this lineup right now. TNC definitely still have options. You know, Dota is a game of a lot of heroes. Can't just screw someone over completely with this many bans. The great hero limited. They go Disco Pony against the Doom.
I mean, it's not against the Doom, it's because of the Terrorblade. I mean, Doom is good versus Leshrac, no doubt about it. But Leshrac used to be one of those heroes that just completely destroys TB. It adds some power to their team fight. It's also a hero that's really good versus Dark Willow, as you don't really care about the Shadow Realm. So you're not going to lose mid versus any of these three heroes. You should be winning it, actually. So overall, I like the Lesh pick. I mean, Lesh is picked more as a 4 right now, as he's so strong running across the map with that diabolic edict, right? But
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing him as a midder too. So
I think those are the two suited locations. I know some teams used to like to run him as like a 1, but I think he's best either 2 or 4 because, as you said, runs around the map, right? When you're the mid, the expectation is that you create that tempo control and you push towers, and this hero definitely does that. 496's map will end up feeling small very quickly if they can't address these lanes aggressively. I don't think they can just sit back and farm, right?
I mean, you do have the Magnus with the Empower that's going to be casted on Terrorblade all the time. He's just going to go jungle if he feels very bad in his lane. But the rest of them, the 4 of them, are going to definitely have to create some space for him.
That's the thing.
The problem is, I don't see, like, this isn't a perfect, let's say, Terrorblade game. You're playing versus Elder Titan, you're playing versus Leshrac, and then on top of that, you're going to have Cuckoo with AoE silence. So this game is very difficult for 496's Terrorblade, and honestly, that Doom fed so hard the last match. I'm worried for Red. He wants to redeem himself.
But, that's the deep redeem himself, but I think the highlightable point is, you are right? This Magnus is going to allow you to farm, but TNC's lineup is so fast. I'm not sure there's going to be much to the map for you to farm by the 20-minute mark, right? Like, the towers will be gone. You will be exposed. I guess the big thing it's going to come down to for the side of TNC is how well they can play around the nighttime with the Night Stalker.
Can't escape your sin. Sound unworthy.
That might be the saving grace for 496 is. If they can actually try and just dodge around nighttime and go for daytime, they could probably drag this out, right?
It's hard though, because those night times, they're lasting 5 minutes now, right? So it's not as easy to do that. I think the best idea for them is to shut down Cuckoo in the first day, but the first 5 minutes, but it's gonna be hard.
You can stick heroes there to screw up. You can't run a tri-lane because then you run it into an Elder Titan. Well, that can actually backfire pretty quickly, especially with the Divine Favor on the Chen. Speaking of Chen, speaking of ET, they might actually start this as a tri-lane, look for a kill, then rotate up. It's not terrible to leave Cuckoo alone at the beginning, right? Like, this is a hero that's tanky. He can take a little bit of a beating before he needs assistance. As a support, how much do you hate laning with a Night Stalker at the start?
Yeah, it's not really great. He feels quite useless, but the best case scenario, you leave him alone and get some experience, and also they leave the enemy alone so he trades last hits, as you don't really have any kill potential with Night Stalker early on. Unless Armel is there with Split Turret, but I don't think they can.
Yeah, he gets the stun. Cuckoo gets the rune. They won't be able to get the other though. Night Stalker a little bit too slow.
I wonder, like, what's the difference between Leshrac now and Leshrac back then? Because basically, why he's so strong on position 4 is the fact that he has that Edict to work with. But Edict isn't that good mid, so it's much better when you're roaming around.
Yeah, all you end up doing is pushing the wave, which it's kind of interesting, the kind of dynamics shift, shall we say, we've seen in the mid lane, and all lanes, in fact, when it comes to creep equilibrium. People are willing to pick these supports that push the lane a lot more, right? Like, I think Keeper of the Light is a perfect example. Before, a lot of people wouldn't have picked him because he just shoves the lane to somewhere safer for your opponent, right?
Yeah, it is definitely a different case right now. As you can dive behind the tower with many of these super tanky early heroes, such as Elder Titan. Has boots, has stout shield. Hits super hard.
He's hitting pretty hard right now. The Divine Favor as well, force and seal away. The reflection comes out. It seems he's a little bit too fast.
Yeah, actually very interesting that he didn't go for meta level 1, but yeah, that brawl on the rune, I guess he thought that reflection is a bit better.
in a tri-lane matchup. You can respect the choice, but the problem is you are in a tri-lane matchup. And I mentioned the Elder Titan earlier. He's going to get so much value out of that Spirit in this lane. Meanwhile, on top, you got a Doom who's expected to farm well. And yet you're letting Cuckoo just farm as well.
I mean, Doom would farm well, most likely no matter what you put there. So even if you put another support, they're not going to have a lot of kill potential. So just tri-laning bottom and maybe killing Seal.
They're going for it. Big staple gun hurts. Reflection slows them down, but not enough. They got the Metamorphosis activated, but Tim's, he moves too fast. Renews the Spirit and walks away. Oh. Enough damage out there. There's a little tickle from the Shadow Realm. We had the Instafire.
Oh, maybe.
No, it's the Fortune though.
Yeah, he finds Region.
Well, usually these 2-minute rooms decide the mids, but this may decide the outer lane instead.
Yeah, that's such a great pickup for him. Can instantly go back and pressure them. And the Terrorblade is losing his meta, so they're definitely gonna dive now. They're maybe even go for the TB kill actually, once they get the spirits.
Yeah, they'll back up. They realize they wait. Tim's was just almost dead. Regen.
Chen is moving away, but they would have a kill potential here if he was closer.
Yeah, especially with the level 2 now having the natural order available.
Yeah, he just went to take a Ghost, so they're gonna have a slow now too.
This Ghost, very underrated actually.
Yeah, it's really good in the laning stage. Now, when you can't take anything else with Chen, I mean you can, but it's probably after the Harpy the best level 3 creep that you can get.
Creep wave pretty far back. This does send a warning now. They'll see that the Ghost is available, and that means they have to play pretty defensive.
Like, the only reason why they are not dying here, 496, is the fact that TNC has a massive creep wave under them.
They're the moon on 458 right now. Tims will move away though. Trying to purge him off and lock him on the spot. The problem is they can't jump on him. He can jump on them. He's moving into the AC next. Shadow Realm's available. The Disarm's going to come out. ET needs to juke in the tree line. Actually forced the Shadow Realm out pretty early. 458's in a lot of trouble as well. They're trying to run him down. The Ghost slowing him. Reflection comes out. Very far being used. Yacy staying alive for the time being, but not for long. Will go down. Gabby gets the kill, and they can't find one of the AU.
496 was doing this, like they were doing this really well, as they were making them switch targets all the time with proper jukes, but it couldn't last forever, and it didn't. And now ET ports base, but he can be recalled by Chen, and he's gonna bring them more region, and this lane is just gonna go completely out of control for TNC. As long as they don't do anything overly aggressive, they should just slowly and steadily take complete control.
I mean, I've got to admit, this new courier that they've introduced, the one right here, he's a little bit too big. I think the hitbox is over the top. On the PA, the Gabby's fine. They might get backstabbed here. James wants to punch. And they've already used Shadow Realm, so Yacy, he should just about be fine because Chen went looking for a creep instead. They just have to keep throwing everything on Tim's here, and that's just a huge net win for TNC.
There is a meta up, and we most likely are going to see it used as these runes are about to spawn.
Can you contest? You maybe snatch one up with the Shadow Realm, but it's going to be more defensive. I don't think you can invade here. They're going to try, though. They'll force AU away. They'll give up their own rune, maybe. Still get it. Tims starts punching in.
But we're seeing the fight.
And 458. That's going to be an easy death. They'll just run him down with a big staple gun, kill him off. Tims gets a kill. Moves on to Yacy next. A lot of damage being done. Has Shadow Realm. It's slowed up, though. They're going to keep on chasing. Tim says, I want this kill. Should be able to find it. No way to stop that from occurring. They give it across to Gabby.
They didn't use the meta, at least, so that's a small victory. But it's not really a great one.
Not looking good for them. I mean, they're 3k behind. We just ended nighttime, and the score is 0-4 in favor of TNC.
Looking at different lanes, Armel is not leveling the Diabolic Edict, sadly, because he is mid. You can't, even though that spell has been buffed so hard, it does nothing on mid. But he's doing really well. And Cuckoo is going to be recalled, it seems, as well. So now he's on this shrine bottom, and he's going to start pressuring them. They're going to dive this bottom tower, I think. Maybe they go even for mid, Magnus, but I think they'll go bottom. Let's see what they decide to do.
Wrapping across. They're just checking. They want that B. They should be able to find him as well. They haven't got a level in silence is the problem, so it's not the easiest kill. Like Void to slow him down. No skewer. He's going to be an easy kill. That gets cleaned up. Can't even finish off the creeps, and they'll start hitting the buildings. Don't have Diabolic Edict, but you do have a Night Stalker. I genuinely thought they were going to go for TB, but I guess their logic is actually Terrorblade's already controlled. He can't do anything.
Yeah, he's already crushed, so delaying Magnus's item progression, I guess, does make sense. But Leshrac has been crushing Magnus too, like he's 10 CS ahead. So he's doing quite well on mid too. And 1 full level ahead, so.
Team on the bot lane. Tim's just ate all the aggression. Now they can move in. Dark Ascension activate. They're going to go on to 458. Can't even protect himself. They have disarmed the Night Stalker, but now he's going for the kill. Be able to find it. They room up the spot. In the meantime, Tim's getting low. Will live. Shadow Realm across. Gets Cuckoo low as well, but while they are all low on the side of TNC, no one is dying, and Red, he can't find the opportunity with the Doom.
PA port stop, because that's free farm for him right now. And Night Stalker can just run across the map and create space. He's pretty low, but it looks like they want to try for that B again.
Gotta get him. They're going right now. Slow him down. He has no skewer. Still hasn't leveled into it. Didn't get a chance to get another low. RP comes out defensively to move away. They'll chase on through.
Cuckoo
wants this. Yeah, you can see it as well. He's got the Void.
This is so
Decides
dangerous
against it.
Yeah.
He has to be careful. The tower hurts way too much. Divine Faith will keep him alive, though. Stun coming out in AU in the meantime. It looks like he might be the sacrificial lamb. Armel will cover him the split up. Dodges out the route. AU, even if he falls here, he's bought a lot of time. I don't think he's going to raise. He's got the Doom. He doesn't want to throw it out, though. Stomp's going to connect onto him. Armel does have to split a follow-up. Hits it onto 2, and now Disco Pony Dance. Double kill for Armel. And the score now 0-8. TNC are dominating this laning phase.
Yeah, this draft is probably the best one in this series from TNC. It makes a lot of sense, and also the aggression that they can provide with Chen constantly recalling Cuckoo. Just look at this seal. He's level 3, man. Like, this is horrible for him, and he's being chased down by these beasts.
You know what my favorite part about finding a support kill like this is? It's the potential bonus kill, because Dat B's here now. They're trying to go on to Tim. A little bit too fast,
though. And Leshrac is very far away, so their main damage output is really close, so they have to back out.
Yeah, they didn't really have the mana to keep going there. Cuckoo will have the Dark Ascension in 30 more seconds, though. So that huge damage spike increase could easily kill off 458, who doesn't even have the opportunity to get Sunder yet. He's still only level 5, and they are pursuing. Cuckoo sees him. Base boots activated. Going to move in. Stomp. Will slow him down. They got the Centaur for a follow-up Stomp, but nope, they can't land it. TB can move away. Cuckoo will be stunned up. Tim's still chasing. And Armel's only interested in pushing. He's actually going to be called over now by the Shen. Should just be to set up a push on the bot tier 2. Or tier 1 into tier 2, right? Because you could flip 2 towers, but I think they just want to fight more.
I mean, you're so strong at this moment that you can. They're creating so much space for this PA to farm freely. They go for Tim's mid.
Yeah, Red's going in. They're going to stun up on the Tims, but they're being backstabbed in the meantime. Silence is there. Onto the Oracle is going to fall. Now they'll just try and converge and find more kills. You need to get everyone out. Dark Ascension's up. Cuckoo decides against go for the Courier.
Yeah, he wanted to go for the Courier. That's why he did that, honestly.
He realizes, I need some value out. It's going to turn around and just look for Red instead, who can't even throw out his Doom. We are 9.5 minutes in. Doom has still refused to use his ultimate once. Armel doesn't have a stun.
1 to 11.
Willow gets out. Well, they got a kill. Okay, celebrations, guys.
Yeah, they got Tims. While their team was dying, they were killing. So they do get a kill, which is great for them.
This is the beginning of the comeback, Liz. Well, I'll tell you what's happening here. 496 are replicating the second digit in TNC's score of kills. So they won 0, right? Because their opponents had 10. But now they've got 11, they've got 1. And then when they get 12, they get 2. This is where 496 starts to come back. Cool, man.
Honestly, sounds like a bad plan, but I don't know. It's you're UK, so UK Dota probably works that way. I don't know.
Whoa. For the record, Liz, more British people appear at LANs for Dota than Bosnians.
That's not true.
That is.
That's not true.
Yeah, there's Owen. There's Red Eye. There's Pyrian Flax.
Wait. Are you you're talking about casters?
I said appear. I didn't make the conditions, all right? I won on the technicality, and that is a big kill they found on RML. This is trying to think now. It's like, do we have...
No, we don't have any.
You in Milan?
Yeah, no, we do have players, but we don't have... We have only one, like, caster like me.
They got you. You're one and the only. Right? Your country will rally behind you. That's the cool thing
There's
about this.
There's probably people that work in CS and stuff.
Maybe.
But no Dota personalities, no.
You cornered the market, Liz. It's smart.
Yeah.
They want to hear that sexy Bosnian accent. There's only one place they can get it now. Alongside a dog that likes to sing with a harmonica. You get it all in the world of admin.
This microphone isn't picking up my dog because he's been howling underneath my window the whole morning. Like this whole series, he's just howling at me. The weather is beautiful. He wants me to take him for a walk. So
I can relate. My cats, they jump at the door. Like they ram the door. It's pretty brutal.
They jump red bottom, but
yeah, that was a flop goal from Yacy. They're gonna go for red. A lot of damage being done, but not enough. Yacy will give his life for this, even with a failed terrorize. Nah, it's too late. It's too late now. He's worried about the stomp as the center.
Yeah, and less rack. Makes sense.
This might be the push for the tier 2 finally. They've got level 3 Diabolic Edict.
I mean, he did save the Doom there, so they got the kill on him, but Doom survived, so it's fine. And they could go for tier 2, yeah? They do have the Diabolic Edict.
Puku. That beat. I thought he might go for that when he picked up the haste. Didn't want to risk it though, because he doesn't know if he's fighting into someone like a Leshrac, because he couldn't see them at the time. But he has got that haste for the next time there's a big fight breakout. I think the goal now is to wait for the Terrorize to come off cooldown again, so they have their big ultimates for a team fight, right? Question is, how are you going to accelerate your farm right now? Because your Terrorblade is only up to 4k net worth, and Gabby, he's almost got the Battle Fury.
Gabi is looking really strong. 13 minutes in. He only needs, like, effectively one more item as he has enough gold to... After this creep, he's going to have enough gold to buy the Ring of Health. Yeah. Just the Void Stone needed now.
I think we got...
Armel. They are creeping up behind him on top, and...
Well, it's close to the shrine. They have to be quick. But... He's got the drums to activate them. Runs into the root, though. They'll throw out the Doom. Too little too late, though, because he can reach the shrine. He's going to be fine. That is a wasted effort. I mean...
Is that the first Doom that was casted?
That was the first Doom, and not the effect you want. That be? That's got
to
so you can get away.
He wasn't casting them before.
He just doesn't have the faith. But maybe if you had used that before you managed to pick up drums, then Armel's killable with Dooms, but...
It was a hard kill overall. That Disco Pony with drums, he activates them. He runs so fast. Now the activation, look at this. I mean, with the smoke, he has 460.
Yeah, he's cheating now. 15% extra.
Yeah.
To those that does maths is a lot. Oh, there you go. 407. Still pretty fast. They're holding the Terrorize. They want to save Red's life. Split up. Just off the mark. Red can TP away if he wants to, but he's hanging around. Meanwhile, split up coming out. There's going to be a price to pay once again for this Willow. Yes, he might be able to move away, though. Puts down the roots, holds them at bay, and do make out.
Everyone else was chasing Dooms, so they went for the Willow. Good disengage by 496, though. And you're right about their score. It's 2-12, by the way.
I told you. You see, this is a strategy. They hired me as a coach. I shouldn't be in here because I'll give away. I don't know if I want to be a coach. I think that's a lot of responsibility. I mean, I struggle to handle the responsibility of good camera work, so... Thinking we start hiring an ops, right? Just get JJ in for remote coverage.
What's happening with Titan progressions?
Non-existent.
Armel, top lane.
I mean, you haven't got a Doom, though. Well, you have got a Doom, but he's stunned up and doesn't have a Doom. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, just one hero here to collect some runes from Cuckoo.
Cuckoo going for drums as well. They're all going to be very speedy and fast around these fights.
Well, they're just trying to flood over the side of 496 before they can organize into a team fight, right? Because this is the way you have to play your draft when you're up against things like an RP and a Terrorize. You just have to break in, find one kill, and then flip that into a win in the fight, right?
They have the Blink RP top, so if they bait out on red, they can definitely turn this, but they need a Terror Blade. And he is connecting. You can see what they're thinking.
Yeah, but
the problem is this. Yeah, this observer ward just scouted everything out in a perfect way. Now Magnus is rotating bottom, but Terrorblade is top, so they have no damage with the RP. No mana actually on Magnus either.
Cuckoo is actually on the prowl. He might go into Dat B here. Things come out. That's a little bit too late though. They can't get close enough. Top and Tim's is going to go down. He hung around. He wanted to see if he could set someone up for a kill top after they took the tier 2 bot. A little bit greedy.
I mean, it's Elder Titan. You always stay behind, defend with Stomp and Spirit. So
you're that guy, right? You're like, go, leave me. Just pulls the pin on a grenade and runs into the enemy.
You are basically holding the doors. Elder Titan does look like him actually a little bit. Hodor. Yeah, I guess. In any case, Elder Titan is a hero that defends so well. Sometimes you die for it. It's whatever.
I'm just trying to imagine Hodor with a briefcase. Actually, it's not a briefcase in this scenario. He's got the big mace. Looks like a rattle, right? Oh, Cuckoo was thinking about going in, but he knew someone was up. They actually tried to skewer him back. He sidestepped though. And how nice of him to break a few trees. They don't have to worry about moving around those anymore.
They could fly over before. They didn't really care too much, but yeah.
When do they look towards Roche? Because I don't think there's Vlad's yet. No, they haven't gone for Vlad's on the side of TNC.
I think TNC waits for Dazzle before they anything. They don't really. They have a medallion on Shan, but you want to have that Dazzle too. I think maybe if you have a perfect fight, you can go for it, but most likely they won't.
So hold the Dark Ascension, then go Roche once you have the Desolator.
The thing is, though, I think they have the strength right now to fight. And you can see that they've smoked up, they go top, because you want to kill this Terrorblade once at least before he has BKB. Once he gets that BKB, the game does become quite harder for TNC, as the majority of their damage is going to be mitigated, and you won't be able to silence him with the Dark Ascension.
Oh, they're actually silencing someone else. They found Magnus. He dodges the split up, though. Terrorize will clip on the one. Still chasing on the Magnus. Dagger will slow him down. We'll be able to skewer out of this, though. They even throw out the false promise to ensure that he lives because they were worried about a crit. The wrong move to make. Was slightly expensive, though. What does TNC do with this? The false promise now on cooldown for 90 seconds. Does give them a window. As you said, you wait for that BKB to complete, which it now is for the Terrorblade. A lot harder to fight into. Oh, Dark Ascension activated. Cuckoo. That's
a long cooldown.
Yeah, that's wasted. And look how close he was to level 2 as well. That's even more painful to do at this stage.
Yeah, he definitely didn't have to do it there. A little bit whiffed. Especially considering he still has like a quite big chunk of night to work with. Usually when you're using that ulti on Night Stalker, you want to use it as the night is ending or as it's beginning, about to begin.
Or as it adds up perfectly so that once you reach daytime, you have it again. But instead, he's going to be a minute out and he's going to be punished. RP's going to be there, and this is the price you pay. He wanted to find some value out of the Dark Ascension, and instead, 496 might be the ones to find the value. He's pretty tanky, but eventually, he will fall.
I think like, he had the play there. He didn't realize it. I realized well, but if you use that AoE crippling and ran towards Oracle, he silences him. Oracle uses Purge way too soon, and then you port out afterwards instantly, as you still have that AoE silence. Maybe, I mean, most likely he still dies, but it would have been a nice attempt.
It might work, considering this Oracle still doesn't have boots.
Oh my god. No boots.
I just realized I clicked on, I was like, 303 movements. I don't remember Oracle being this slow with boot. There's no boots.
20 minutes into the game, no boots. Feels bad, man. They do have a smoke up. I think this is a rush attempt.
They got DD.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that 496 is going to realize this. They'll scout it out in a second. The ping's actually coming out. They're going to send in the illusions. It's not the easiest thing for 496 to fight into, though, because they've used the RP and there's an Earth Splitter on the side of TNC.
Yeah, at least they stopped them from cheesing that rush with double damage, so it's good thinking by 496.
Oh, they're going on Tim's, though. Skewer? Pretty short from that B. That must have been a misclick.
Yeah, that definitely was. If he manages to skewer him further, that's definitely a kill, but that way they were kind of alright. Let's not go and fail any longer. Just leave him be.
You know that
it's not meant. It's just not meant to be.
You know what that was? That was just a friendly boop. You know those kind of like memes of like the dogs playing and then one just like boops the other on the nose. That's what's happening there. It's like tag you're it, just to remind you I can kill you whenever I want.
Yeah.
They will have RP in 10 seconds, and the pressure has been relieved. TNC a lot more reluctant to make these plays that they were earlier on in the game. For good reason. Doom is up. RP is up. The BKB is available. 496, they want to do something with all these available to them. They find either Armel or Gabby, maybe. Dead, Yacy just farming creep waves. Red. Well, he was not hesitating to throw out those drum charges.
This BA hits so hard. Once she gets that BKB, she's going to be even scarier. How's the Terrorblade counterpart doing, though? Going for that Skadi, and he's not too far away. Has that point booster. This game is much slower than we expected it to be after such a good start from TNC. They did slow down quite a lot, and they didn't really catch that TB at all after the laning stage.
Feels like they hit a wall, but I'm not sure that that wall was as much from 496's choices as theirs. I think the moment that they just felt they had to hit off the brakes was when Cuckoo popped that Dark Ascension for nothing, right? That was, okay, what are we doing right now?
Yeah, you're just waiting for Knight right now. PA did go into the pit, but she should be scouted by another illusion very soon now. Yeah. The thing is, like, they do have RP, so you could possibly blink in RP, get her out, but...
You have to be careful, Cuckoo. That AoE silence, you can't stack is the biggest problem, right? There it is, Cuckoo. Dark Ascension moving forward, looking on the red. We'll slow him down, silence him up. No Doom will come out from him. Instead, just right-click and we'll back away. Trying to create that space. Stomp. We'll sleep under the Terrorblade. Roche down to half HP. Terrorize being charged up but not thrown out. AC charging forward. Does use the Shadow Round. Wanted to check if the PA was in the pit. Should have realized a little bit earlier that she's not.
Yeah, I think he could have seen him there. Maybe not because of the nighttime.
Stomp on the
This is the real TB on red.
They might be able to get him here. There it is. BKB activated for too late.
Got
The LP comes down. No! He's already got 5-X going to be there. Doom being thrown out to Gabby. The Terrorize as well. Going to start running away. Will be rooted up. Taking a lot of damage. Should be going down. Hand of God won't keep him alive. Almost kills off that BB though. It's a big investment from the Terrorblade. And, well, he has Metamorphosis. They could try for the Roche, but no BKB. There is no Earth Slitter though.
Well, PA can buy back, but I don't think you even have to. Maybe you can just defend it with the Astral Spirit. Oh, they are taking it quite fast though. And the Astral Spirit is still off cooldown.
Tims has it now.
Okay.
Armel might try and move in here. With that BKB on cooldown, that does mean that 458 is pretty vulnerable. Split up's going to come out. The Fire's going to be there to stomp. The Shrek taking a lot of damage. Used up in the end. Buying him enough time. The False Promise is going to keep the Terrorblade alive, but he's sleeping for a very, very long time. They're going to chase on Magnus. Protected from the magic damage, but Oracle will not be, and neither will the Willow. They'll manage to get Magnus away, but 458 running for the high heels, not quick enough. The support zoning him out. He will turn around for a kill to AU, but not before he falls himself. And
that's Roche.
That'll be Roche, and that'll be given to PA, who did buy back, but definitely worth it.
That whole fight, by the way, is during daytime, so Cuckoo couldn't even do as much he usually would. Oh, Reds. Oh, Cuckoo.
He doesn't know. I think if Cuckoo saw him, he just jumps him straight away with the Dark Ascension, but Armel, okay, he can't get. They might just barrel down mid, though. Big ultimates were used, and Terrorblade, he won't have Metamorphosis when he's back up.
You still have to be careful about the skewer under the tier 4s, but you definitely can go and pressure high ground with this Desolator. If you opt to, you have less Shrek as well. They have to go together, though, which they aren't doing right now, so... Makes me wonder if they're gonna do it at all. Maybe go for tier 2 top, I think.
Might go for red. Armel, soon through, will be a blink away. Gabby moving across, but can't quite see. They'll have to sell for the tower. Safer options from TNC, but still big gains. Now up to 15k net worth, they can increase more of these runes.
Yeah, they're definitely showing discipline right now, not really going ham onto the high ground. As, yeah, you can wait for the BKB on PA as well. She doesn't have buyback right now. It's just... I mean, overall, look at the tower stats right now. You have 2 towers on mid, 2 on bottom, 1 on top.
Tells the
TNC,
story.
yeah, they were bunkered, but at the same time, like, they didn't lose any objectives. Just 1 tower on top, so...
They were hunkered down, but their defenses were in the right location. Just lose that 1 tower. I think unless they took the tier 1 mid, 496 have had no way to really get into this jungle. And as a result, it's always been TNC playing on their side of the map. But the only safe area they felt is this triangle that's been warded up pretty heavily by TNC. Yeah, see? I think we know how that story ends. Stunned up. Stomp will kill. That's a crushed fairy right there. The big stomp coming out from Tims. Crushing the poor little fragile wings of the Willow.
Meanwhile, bottom tower just fell.
Yeah,
so the shrines are open, but they don't want to go back.
Who needs
there
shrines?
Is Doom. There's RP, there's Doom, but there's Aegis on PA, and it makes it so hard. Oh.
That BB, that's the second time he's messed up like this. He might be in trouble. It's going to be silenced up and just shredded straight through. BKB activated, 458 playing with Gabby. But there's going to be a move across, go for the crit, get rid of red straight away. No Doom available to now. The RP being held onto. Dat BB will hit it onto 2. The buyback comes out from the Doom, and now they're going to drag him in. Cuckoo getting low, handed gold to keep him alive, but he's burning up. He's just about going to let him know. He goes down the end, Earth Splitter through, drags him in. Red, that's going to be a dieback. Terrorblade down as well. Willow the only one left alive, and this looks like TNC are just going to destroy the entire base.
That's an ultra kill on Gabi. Yeah, that's GG.
That's GG.
They qualified.
Congratulations.
They qualified.
They've done it. TNC are going to Mumbai. 496. They just couldn't live up to this pressure. TNC, we said it in the draft. Are they going to come out of the lane swinging? If they do, 496 won't have much of a map left, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, they did find some ways of farming, and Terrorblade did get some items, but when he died mid there to one Echo Stomp into Split Turret into a few crits, that was very bad for them. That RP wasn't on point. They couldn't save him. If they save him there, if they use Sunder, kill that PA off, maybe it's a bit different. The game changes because they were close. Like the stats at that point, the kill score was 6-12 or something. So the game wasn't really that one-sided. But one fight, then the second fight around the pit, one in TNC went in TNC's favor, and they just take over everything. And it's very hard when you have these long cooldowns, such as Doom, such as RP. It's very hard to fight versus an Aegis. You have to kill the target off somehow without your big ultis, so that you can fight afterwards. But yeah, it's easier said than done. And TNC, they just utilize everything they had, and they win. They go to Mumbai.
Pretty good. Get to go to Mumbai. We don't get to go to Mumbai, sadly, but they are definitely going to be going. And congratulations to TNC. Commiseration to 496. I apologize for my recommendation of the right side digit strategy. It didn't work out. In fact, no, wait. They deviated. They should be on 14 kills right now. If they'd stuck to my plan, 496 might have won this and taken it to a 5th game. But as a result, TNC, with a dominant display, do take the series 3-1 in the end after their 1-game advantage. So basically a best of 3 here from us. That does mean, however, we are done with the SEA qualifiers and done with the ESL 1 Mumbai coverage from me and Liz. If you guys have enjoyed it, make sure you help follow. And you know what? Screw it. Throw up some threads. Get this man Liz on more events. Get this magnificent man. Have you seen the muscles he's got? He should be everywhere.
Thank you, bro.
You're going to be like, you know what? Ramses is modeling chairs right now. You're just going to be modeling tank tops. I can see it coming.
Tank tops? Sure.
Yeah, it's just anything muscly.
Yeah, sure. We can arrange that.
When you say it like that, it doesn't sound like an official thing that's paid or legal. We can arrange that.
We can arrange that.
Have you heard of the casting couch? We can arrange that.
Casting couch?
Oof. Well, guys.
Dream hack? Yeah, let's go.
Is that how you got that? Okay. But that's... I know why I didn't get invited back. That's going to be it from us, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Killer Pigeon and Lizard. Till next time. See you all around.
Bye-bye.
Previously on ESL 1 Birmingham.
What a dream way to begin the day.
And now, we continue. Get ready for the Birmingham Brawl.
It's time! There is no place like home. Universe goes down. Look at the swing. Asher coming in with the combo. GG is called.
ESL 1 Birmingham 2019.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan Steel in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. Remember where you came from. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
No matter what your passion is, soccer, rugby, racing, or esports, become a part of the experience with the moments we deliver.
This arena is about ready to explode. Welcome to ESL 1. Let's get this started. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
Revving up the epicenter comes in. Oh, it's a big one as well. Look at this damage. The BKB, the Black are ready to go. GG.
Think he can't shine through the dark? Stream a Roshan steal in high resolution? And record a play for the history books? Watch this. Think he can't make a victory go viral? Watch this. Think a support can't be in the spotlight? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, a legend can rewrite his own legacy. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
Remember where it started. Your first experiences. The journey you traveled. The journey you love. Remember where it started. And imagine where it will go. Rise on.
You're not weak. Your mind is always racing. It never rests. So let the earth quake as you break through.